How can I be homophobic? My guest is gay. Bro gang. We are joined by the big dog of the book deal. He must love Latinos the way he's getting off these essays. Wizard of the word count. Don Dada of the deadline. Quoth the Raven. Ame Leon Dor. All this ink column Travis Snarker. He must run the Department of Sanitation because he got all these trash men. King of the column. Call him Ray Lewis because this Raven is killing it. Fashion memes? That's so Raven. The Imam of In It. He don't need Viagra for his sword because the penis mightier. Overlord of the op-ed. The Think Peace Prince. All these dudes united. They want to give the king dome. And just like that, we started the pod with Vogue columnist and author of the book Raven Smith's Men. Raven Smith. Raven, how the hell are you?
Wow, that was amazing. Woo. I'm in free fall from hearing that.
like Tom Cruise, dude.
You're disassociating.
Yeah,
That's
I'm getting
American
it as a tattoo on.
hospitality at its finest, my friend.
Okay, good. I'm getting it as a tattoo on my neck.
Maybe your whole back.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, the scroll. I'm good. It's boiling hot. I'm here in New York. Let's go.
Speaking of boiling hot, we're going to do a little fit check where you're going to walk us through the totality of everything you wore today, Raven. The choice for you is do you want to start top down or bottom up? And there is a right answer.
Oh. Top down.
Well, you're a Bobby, man. A fucking copper.
Wrong.
It's a copper.
Yeah, you had a 50% chance and you fucking
I can start at the bottom. Okay.
Sure.
I've got Adidas Hamburg, often confused with gazelles.
Wow. The city pack.
Yeah.
Nice.
People are always like, I love your gazelles, and I just don't reply.
Oh, they
never tell anyone.
You don't say thank you?
I'm like, this will really fuck up my eBay alert. if People start shopping them.
Do they think that they're being like big brain by being like, oh, those aren't sambas, those are gazelles, and you're like, actually,
there was a big thing about the shoe of the summer being the samba, and I was like, people think I'm wearing that.
Are they
I'm
as
not.
ubiquitous in the UK as they are in New York City?
I feel like I have popularized them in the UK.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It's been about 5 years.
You
of
spent
like
some
white
time on the
socks
terrace,
and
man?
them, and then suddenly they're fucking everywhere.
You are the
can't
Bella
move for them.
Hadid. I am.
Yeah, I'm the Stan Smith.
I am Bella Hadid.
Yeah.
Do you exclusively wear 3 stripes or do you have Nikes and other shit in the rotation?
I have other shoes in rotation, but every outfit feels better in those shoes. And I have they're like my 9th pair. I just buy them again and again and again.
Damn. Okay, well, now
strictly off eBay.
Hamburg's out of the bag, brother.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
everyone
I know,
knows.
they're
He's
gone.
the Hamburglar.
This podcast is brought to you by Cash App. With tools for saving, sending, and spending, it's the all-in-one place for you to glow up your money and glow up your life.
Lawrence, I think I've been on a bit of a glow up ascendancy recently. Like, without, fishing for compliments, I have been getting a lot of, ooh, you look snatched.
Oh, word?
I think it's the, eating healthy, trying to work out. It's the second earring. It's the fact that I got a very expensive facial the other day, which I didn't know the price. Kids, when you go to get a facial from a pretty fancy-seeming dermatologist, ask the price ahead of time. Don't be scared like Uncle Jimmy over here and do the awooga eye thing when the price hits, because that's exactly what happened. But hey, it's a glow up. It's worth it, baby.
I don't even want to know the damage, and like you said, it's totally worth it. If you want to glow up your life, you got to glow up your money. So download Cash App in the App Store or Google Play. With no hidden fees and a free-to-order debit card, it feels like a makeover for your finances.
I do have other shoes. I've got some by Hero. Do you know that brand?
Yes,
Like
that's,
lacy.
oh my God, the Spanish leather sandal
Wait,
brand.
that's how you pronounce it?
Oh my
Well,
God.
I normally say Hero.
I thought it's hear you.
Vaguely racist.
No.
That's
I don't know.
that's how my people say it.
So I like that one. They're pretty good. All of my shoes are black.
What do you have from Heru, whatever
I've got like T-bar, like little girl in primary school shoes.
Oh,
That's
you're a little
cute.
fancy boy.
Yeah, they're nice.
Cute.
Wear them with no socks. Sometimes with a sock. I don't know what's going on.
The shoes I was wearing upstairs were from Hero or Heru
They're
or whatever.
really
the fuck.
nice.
Thank you. Everyone thinks they're Bottega.
They're Spanish,
No.
right?
Spanish.
Spanish. I talked to them about doing a shoe with them, but do you know how hard it is to get a shoe made?
Yeah, we're aware.
It's like no
We've done it
fun,
before. It's
and
very
I don't
hard.
have a whole year to do this.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'll
a
just
year.
take the
That's
pair.
yeah.
And they also sent me some in.
take a free pair.
Yeah. They also sent me some in pony skin, so they're like furry. They're cool.
Yeah.
Very
All
cool. What next?
Socks?
Uniqlo socks, always.
Yeah.
The original and the best.
The original, they invented the
Yes.
sock.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I didn't know.
Yeah, and when I just have them on rotation. I like it just before I go on holiday, buying 4 new pairs.
Oh,
for
the
12
best, right?
bucks. Yeah.
What
They're the
about
best.
drawers too? The underwear? No, is that like
No, I'm
Just socks?
I just do Calvin Klein briefs, but like not boxer briefs.
Like really
Proper
short,
pants,
Yeah.
but not skimpy.
proper pants.
I wouldn't
Proper
do
pants.
It has to have like a thick. What's this bit? Hip band.
Waistband?
Be thin, like thongy.
Okay.
Yeah. No, not
Oh,
waistband.
oh,
like the
So they're
actual size.
whitey tighty whiteys.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like not skimpy.
Bunchy
They're
smuggler.
not, like,
You're
thongy.
modest.
I can't explain it.
Wait, what do they
When
call
I
in
say
Love Island?
Proper pants to people. People think I'm talking like skimpy, and they're not skimpy.
Right.
They're
Bunchy
just, like,
smugglers. What are they?
Budgie smugglers.
Budgie smugglers. Yeah. Is it those? Yeah, there it is. All right.
Okay.
Budgie smugglers, banana hammock.
Yeah.
I think there's another word for
Grape
it. I can't remember.
smugglers.
Grapes. That
Yeah.
is piles.
The
That's
testes.
bad.
Piles.
Walnuts.
Sign of having
We're gonna learn so
piles.
much new slang today. I'm
No.
so excited.
And then what else?
Trousers?
Trousers are from. Where are my trousers from? I've been completely indoctrinated into brown clothes. So they are from.
Us too.
What is that? Nanushka.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah. Nanushka
Vegan,
trousers.
sustainable.
Is that all true? I
That's
don't know.
what they say in the press release.
They all do fake leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like them. They're not like my go-to brand, but I saw the trousers. I had to have them. Single pleat at the front.
Do you have a
and
hard
away.
time finding pants with the right inseam because you are 6'5", tall,
Yeah.
drink of water?
They should be taken up, and they're not. They're loose.
Oh, they are literally
Yeah,
unfinished because
they're
you're so
unfinished,
tall.
and they're
Yo,
still a little crop.
the money you save on tailoring, dude, must be crazy.
I've been trying to get a longer pant. I'm just because everything does arrive short off the peg. I'm just used to it being short.
Off
so
the peg.
anything-
Damn, dude, I love
Every
that.
time I wear something that's like bespoke to me, I'm like, this feels very long.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm wearing
We're
like
coming off a different type of
robes.
peg, fellas, if you catch my drift. What about the T-shirt?
The T-shirt is St. John.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah, it is a Chinese New Year St. John number.
So you
You're
go
the
to
pig?
St. John and you spend on food and then you buy merch.
I order the merch online.
Okay.
St. John is just the best. Best for a Sunday lunch. Nice to have a martini and half a Guinness.
Sunday
and
roast?
A roast, or like they normally do like a great like fish and a side, which is my favorite.
We were lucky enough to be invited to the Drake St. John
Oh, yes.
press event here.
Yeah.
And that was like a full.
How many martinis do you have at that lunch?
That might have been a 5 martini.
Oh,
Oh, dude, I got hammered. It was embarrassing.
You know about martinis. They're like breasts.
One
isn't
martini,
enough,
2 martini,
3 is
3
too
martini,
many.
4.
No.
not
What is
meant
it?
to go
Tell
beyond-
educate this man.
Martinis
One martini is
are
not
like
enough.
breasts. 1 isn't enough. 3 is too many. So you,
2,
you gotta
perfect.
stop
Shout
at
out Total
2.
Recall.
Trying to suck on those
Martinis
olives.
on Mars. Mars teenies. There you
Mars,
go. Done.
Mars titties.
And my shirt it's actually bespoke.
Really?
A friend of mine called Michael Darlington. I've been working with him, and we've made like a couple of shirts and a couple of
Are
trousers.
there like
for me to hang
matching
out in.
pants for this kind
Yes,
of?
exactly.
So you
the
can look like
same.
fucking Kim Jong Un.
Fuck. I thought I looked like
That wasn't that funny, but thank
the
you.
wife in Mad Men. I feel like raw silk is like cute, but now I feel like
I
dictator.
love it.
It's beautiful. So I've been wearing that a lot. My ring is also bespoke. Raven Smith's ring, made for me by this woman called Laura Van. I live in it. I live for it. Signet.
What's the
It's
gemstone?
black. Well, I asked her for a big fuck off ruby, but they apparently rubies don't come that
onyx?
big.
So
what
it's
is that?
something it's red though. You just
Oh.
because it's
Huh.
like
It's like a blood red.
yeah.
Damn, dude,
Love it.
I
It
like
makes
that,
me
dude.
feel
Look at the tan. That's how you know that.
It's embarrassing.
You know the St. John is hidden
Dark
if you
hair
can't get
under there.
if you can't get the ring off. You know the St. John is hidden.
Oh yeah, dude,
The gout is
swollen, just swollen
sausage
off the-
fingers.
Oh right, the salt is like
Yeah.
It's the Prince Charles effect. King Charles.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
dude, show some fucking
Yeah,
respect,
do you think he
dude.
takes his rings off at night?
He can't.
Someone cuts them off and welds them back on in the morning. I'm certain of it.
By calling him because you didn't call him King Charles, are you going to be executed upon your
Yeah, how does that work?
when you go back to the UK?
No.
You guys are boys.
Me and Charlie are tight.
All right.
Does he get a chapter in the book? Is he one of your
No,
men?
he's not one of the men.
If
I
you had
mean,
to snog a member of the royal family, who would it be?
William.
That was fast.
William, but like in his polo years.
Okay,
so
yeah.
He's still got a full head of hair. Got that kind
R.I.P..
of Diana Cherubut energy.
yeah.
A good time, and Kate. ruined it.
What about the rest of the jewels? You got the
Wedding bands.
Wedding
Wedding
band?
ring. My husband's name's on the inside. I've got 2 earrings in. One of them is from. Do you know Argos?
No.
It's like a
No.
really budget shop
Okay.
in London. It's like a catalog
High
that you
street
used to have
ass?
as a kid, and you'd pick stuff from it. It's like
like
a-
mail order.
Yeah, but it's a real. It's a place you.
Is
can
it
go
real
to as well.
gold?
Well, I have this theory
No.
that there is a finite because there's a finite amount of gold on the planet. and it just keeps going back into circulation.
Okay.
This could potentially be Aztec gold.
Yeah, maybe.
Like that is actually how gold works.
So you're saying there's a chance.
The mental
I'm saying there's a
gymnastics that you
chance.
just performed to not appear broke on the
They're
podcast
so
was
cheap.
astounding.
They cost £14, and
It's not
for
real,
two,
bro.
and they're like for yeah. Anyway,
Oh, 14 for 2?
yeah.
You bought it.
It's gold.
It's the Jose Banks of jewelry in London.
Yeah. And then I bought another one. I went to Copenhagen, and there's some shop there where everyone buys earrings. They were going mad, and I bought a very similar one, and then now I wear them both.
In one hole.
Yeah.
Damn. Is that like some DP
I
action?
don't know.
Like,
Yeah. What is that?
that's
What that's
sexual,
called?
right? Yeah.
That's a cool maneuver.
Yeah. I don't want to take the Argos one out.
Is your hole stretched
to get
out?
back in.
Ear holes.
No.
Nice.
Still nice and tight.
No, still as it was.
Still nice and tight,
Still like when I
baby.
woke up.
And
Yeah.
the draws, I'm assuming, are the Calvin Klein budgie smugglers.
Mhm.
What is it?
I think
Budgie smugglers?
Like smuggling a budgie.
What's a budgie?
A budgie's like a small bird that looks like a cock.
So it's extremely literal.
It's literally like I'm hiding a small bird in the front of my pants.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, that's it.
Let it
budgie
out to
smuggling.
squawk, baby.
Banana hammock you got, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Of course. Yeah. Okay.
There
you're
was another one, but I can't remember what it is.
And you're sipping on Greenpoint's finest tap and a Diet Coke.
Love a Diet Coke.
Yeah. Is it
Absolutely
taste different
love
over
it.
here?
Yeah.
It does.
Well, you
better
guys have
than
Coke
mine.
Zero, right? Only? Or-
No.
I'm thinking
In
maybe-
you're thinking mainland Europe,
Oh,
which
right.
we left sadly.
Yeah.
Yes,
We did over the Diet Coke
Yeah, they
situation.
kept trying to push zeros on us, and we were like, "We are fucking out." Charlie was like, "Not on my watch." I love a Diet Coke. It just makes me feel comfortable. I gave it up for like a year, and it was a bad year for me. Oh no! I just felt shit. I was like, I deserve
no
these
writing
treats.
done.
I was just like, life's too short to give up things you like a lot. But
Also,
like,
there's way worse things than a 0-calorie carbonated beverage.
yeah,
right?
they've just said that they put it on the wanted list. Something about
No,
it.
so you would have to drink
recently.
36 in a day for it to have any actual like
What makes you
carcinogenic
think I'm not
effect.
drinking 36?
What's your?
a
How many
day?
are you consuming?
Maybe 4.
Oh, that's
That's a
a
lot.
Raven's dozen.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
But I also feel
one
like
stone of Diet Coke.
maybe it is morphing my DNA. But what's my DNA ever done for me? Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Well, got you
You're
this height.
6'5", dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think I've got like a glitch in my? Do you think it's Diet Coke height?
Yeah,
Maybe.
absolutely.
Okay.
Well, how young were you when you started? When you were breastfed Diet Coke?
I don't know. I did a job with them once, and I wore them like platform shoes, and they were like, "You're not allowed. You can't dick around with Coke." And the job went away. But I love them.
What a surprise!
Yeah.
All right, Raven, thank you for coming all the way from the
Yeah.
Jolly UK
Just
Yeah.
for this podcast.
just for this podcast.
wow.
You are here. Your book, Raven Smith's Men, came out yesterday.
Congratulations, by
Thank
the way,
you.
dude.
Have you already spent the book advance?
Yes.
How much time went by before it was down to 0?
The thing is, the book advance, they're so drawn out. It's so annoying. So you get a quarter when you sign, a quarter on the first draft, a quarter on the hardback, and a quarter on the paperback. So it is a long time coming, that money. So yeah, it's gone.
As a fellow published author, I can confirm that is the schedule.
Yeah.
What did you
yeah.
spend it on? Diet Coke?
Just more diet. I just added
Just
a few
bullshit.
inches to my height. Got my femurs made longer.
Oh, you did. You got the short king surgery.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you were 5'6".
Yeah, I was. No, I don't know what I spent it on. I mean, I did make these like nice
Bespoke
suity
silk
bits.
jackets.
Yeah, bespoke silk
Yeah.
tops and bottoms. So
You're like, I need to look good on the book tour because now I got to fucking sell books because the
Yeah.
advance is gone.
It's been good, and I also think I'm just obsessed with like having clothes that other people don't have. So
Oh,
it's-
for sure.
So making stuff from scratch.
So you've
has
been getting
been
into the
really
one of one
fucking-
game.
Yeah, and also it's like I'm not rich, but I can afford to dress like I'm rich.
Right.
That's
Bars.
where I'm at right,
Right.
now.
I
and
love that.
like
Well,
that.
listen, you're on the right podcast, dude. I'll tell you that much.
It costs a lot to look kind of rich.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the book is dedicated, quote, to Richard, I guess. Who is this, Dickie?
Which is my husband.
Oh, okay.
And the first book I dedicated to my mum. I did an apology to my mum and to him. So this one was for him. I kept it a secret.
You
I
guess.
opened it. Yeah. Well, it's like I guess I have to dedicate this to my husband.
Yeah.
Of all the men I've written about,
Yeah.
I think people are most interested in the current relationship with him, and then.
Is
I
he a
guess of
public
all the
figure? What's
men-
his deal? What's Dickie's
he
deal?
He works in PR. He's Vice president of lifestyle at Purple PR.
Oh shit! Shout out Purple PR.
I know. It's a
Okay.
really great thing to say out loud, that title.
I do want to know what he thinks about it, but before we get into that, why don't we just tell the people what is the book about?
Okay, the book is about, it's a memoir of sorts told through...
He puts the meme in memoir. Fuck. I forgot to put that in. God damn.
Well, you got it.
You got it. It's a memoir told through the men in my life and the man I've been at different stages. So in the pandemic, I was stuck at home with my thoughts and feelings going round and round and round like everyone else. And I just realized that nearly everything in that memory retrieval had something to do with men and masculinity in some way.
Okay.
And men are always like, told we're in crisis, masculinity's in crisis, and there's never a time that it isn't a thing. So
Sure.
it just felt like it
Finally,
intersects
men get
lots-
some representation.
Thank you for giving us a fucking voice. Dude. That's why you're here.
But also, as a gay man, it's like I am a man, but I'm not like the other men. So there is a kind of outsiderness to masculinity. So, and it's always like me working out how to perform it as someone who is attracted to it has always been really interesting.
That's
to
a
me.
fantastic elevator, or as you would say, lift pitch. Love that.
Thanks.
Well, of all the men documented in the book,
Yeah.
if you had to boil it down, who's the GOAT man in the book?
Me.
Okay.
Not
I
Dickie?
didn't know I was going to say that.
That just came out of you.
Oh God, that just flew
Your
out.
narcissism blooms.
That is awful.
And
But
while
it's
you're thinking
true.
about this, I want you to simultaneously think of who's the WOAT, and I hope it's also not the same answer.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, well, it is the same answer. I mean,
What a save.
yeah. There are just so many men, and like some of the ones that are like brief are sort of more fun.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to
yeah.
just be like, that was a fucking weird moment when I pretended to come in my pants on the beach, and then it's gone.
Why
Then
did
it's
you?
just gone.
Why did you pretend to come in your
I
pants on the beach?
I was like 15, 16, and
Okay.
I was just terrified the man was going to touch my cock. I was just panicked, so I
Right.
pretended to come.
Damn, he brought sand to the beach, baby.
Embarrassing.
little like a
That's
moonlight.
one of the top 15 most embarrassing things.
It's like the
that's
scene
ever
in
happened to
Moonlight,
me.
but
There's so
Only
many.
top 15?
Yeah, yeah.
You've lived a blessed life, bro.
I have.
So embarrassing. From
It's like
start to finish.
the director's cut of Moonlight.
Cut.
Yeah, that was
Was
a
the guy
bad
jerking
one.
you off, or you were like, "Oh,
No,
don't
he
touch
just
me"?
went to. I just was like, I'm not ready. I was just 15. I wasn't
So
ready.
you'd rather
A wee lad.
be like the fastest buster in the history of the world than have him at that point touch you.
Yeah.
But I guess you were like a
It
child.
seemed like the only option.
Yeah.
And
Did
in
it- Did it work?
We didn't have like in 2000, we didn't have like consent chat. We
Did it-
just had to pretend to come and go.
cum scent.
I would love to do that, but I've already come. Sorry,
Yeah.
bye.
And I'm not reciprocating. See ya.
Yeah.
What a fucking loophole. You might be a genius, dude.
Did it work?
Thank
He
you.
he left you alone.
Yeah, we went down to the beach to have
all right.
sex, and then I pretended to come. We walked back to the club. So grim. That poor guy. He was wearing so much cologne. He was like a cloud of
Oh,
smell.
what cologne do you remember?
Yeah.
No, but it's like.
Do you ever get a whiff of it now and you get a Prussian rush back to pretending to come
No,
in
I
your
don't
pants?
think.
and-
I think it was its
And then you
own
bust.
special blend. And I think they discontinued it for like crimes against olfactory.
It was a carcinogen.
It was so. Yeah, right.
It was
It's
made
worse
with
for you than
real
Diet
panther,
Coke.
dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
well.
Funny.
Did any of the men mentioned in this book? Because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the structure is like every chapter is a reflection using like one guy or maybe a few guys as like a portal into like a larger look or investigation into like whatever topic or theme.
Yeah.
Did any of the men from your past who are in this book catch wind of this and reach out?
No, the only men that have been in contact to see if they're in the book aren't in it.
Really?
Wow.
They're like, oh,
How embarrassing.
oh, we fucked that time. And I was like, you're not in it.
Oh,
You're not
that
in
is
it, babe.
bad.
What was the
No, it's
worst
great.
reaction when
It's-
these guys found out they were getting no clout?
Nothing. They're like, oh, great. And I was like,
Okay, sure,
Mhm.
totally.
Didn't
that-
even touch the sides, babe. I don't know. I think I sent it to my ex-boyfriend, my like a big love of my life, and he was like, "It's great."
Did you have to like
Don't
clear with
sweat it.
every dude, or was it?
Then
more
he sent me
anonymous?
his book, and I
Oh,
just never read
and
it.
you're like,
Stop it, dude.
sorry, Brady Snells, this shit is too long.
He's not going to
You
listen
didn't
to
even
this, is he?
control F the proof looking for your
I
own
read
name?
it, and I was like, I shouldn't read this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, it was nothing to do with me. It was just like his writing,
Oh,
and I was like, cool.
Wait, was it a novel or was it? Oh,
And I was
fuck
like,
that,
I don't
dude.
need to read your novel.
Was he a
I
writer when
literally
you
sent
guys
you
were together?
500 words about you
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just be like, this is going to go out into the world.
FYI. Talk to you later, Brett
FYI.
Easton Ellis.
When you
I'm not
guys
reading 1,000 pages of the shards.
when you guys were dating, were you both like established writers?
No.
or-
I haven't been writing that long. I've been writing like 5 years, and I've just really taken to it. I like it a huge amount because I hate it a lot too. It's like
how
really
you know it's good.
challenging and really
Yeah.
satisfying, and I can't get enough of how awful it makes me feel and how satisfying it is to finish.
You're
a
like a
piece.
sadomasochist.
Yeah, I just also it's like I take to things quickly, and this is really hard, and I love that.
like
it's really
busting
hard.
and writing.
Yeah.
Are you scared at all that any of the men will like recognize themselves and be like, "Yo, Raven, what the fuck, bro?" Like,
I mean, from the legal read, I'm pretty secure.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
Close
maybe they'd I mean, the sentient baby bell probably can't read. Who else is in there? It's really hard because I think most men, I think people kind of want to be remembered.
Yeah.
I think also
Yeah,
for me,
it's like part of the human condition. I would say.
I am so like my husband hasn't read his chapters, and I think there's a thing of like
Chapters
we
plural.
both know it's my side of the story. It's like
Oh,
reading one
right.
person's side of an argument.
Right.
Wait, but so it's coming out, and he's gonna just like read it like a civilian.
No, I don't think he's ever going to read it.
Oh, that's okay.
I think it's
sure.
just he's like it's your side of the story, and I have my own side. When I was with my boyfriend before years ago, I was like 20. We got together and we did a thing in a magazine of like a couple who love each other.
Uh-huh.
And at the end, when we broke up, there was a thing in the Guardian or the Observer where a broken up couple would talk about what went wrong. And he was like, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Not on your fucking life." Like the lies I've had to tell myself to be okay with this breakup. I don't need you to destabilize
Right.
that. I
Sure.
just need to believe it fully.
Yeah.
I need to make peace and move on. I don't need to hear, no,
Yeah.
actually, that's not quite how it went.
we need delusion to be
The
the
worst
crushing
thing I
altitude.
need.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
were the bad guy.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. I was like, no, I've told myself enough. I've fabricated enough about this breakup to not hear the
Right.
truth.
Do you think your husband's gonna like perversely read? If he's not gonna read his own chapters, do you think he would gain anything or want to read the other chapters?
He's read a couple of the other chapters, and I think he gets fixated or interested in like very throwaway stuff that I'm like, this guy was a great fuck, but it's like a one-off.
great was
It's
he?
nothing about the chapter.
How
It's
big
like,
was his budgie
I
smuggler?
fucked the
How
guy
big
in the
was his
back of a
budgie?
van. It was fun, I guess. And he's like, who was the guy?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
God.
right,
You're
okay.
talking about the bang.
This
Boss.
is a yeah. I mean, there's one guy who lives in New York who's like, for me, like the one who got away. And in my mind, we like our imagination married. Right? I think of him as like.
Do you see
whoa,
him
that
when
could have
you
been
are
a
in
thing.
town? Like,
Yeah,
did
I
you even
saw
just
him the
get
other
lunch?
week.
How'd
He
it go?
read the fucking chapter. He was.
What do you think?
I was like, please don't tell me what you think of it. You're that person for me, but I don't.
Oh,
It doesn't have to be both.
And
ways.
he's
You
like
don't have to feel the-
thirsty.
You don't have to feel the same way about me for
Damn.
me to be like, oh, that could have been something nice. I was like, please don't tell me either way how you feel about
How
it.
scary is this that you're putting all this out in the world where like people people can like take only your side of the argument?
Well, for me, that's like the best thing about it is being like, I'm putting this out. It's not just my book, right? It's like not just stuff that lives in my head, and I'm like, wow, that was a great fuck in the back of a van. Now it's like, cool. Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Now it's
sort
canon.
of freeing. It's kind of freeing, but it's not like
Right.
it's not a book full of shame.
Well, it's
and it's not.
catharsis,
Yeah,
right?
it's not a book full of shame. Like bad stuff does happen in the book and to me, and it's not a book full of like just me wearing nice clothes and going
Right.
out dancing, which I do a lot of as well. But
Yeah.
like,
you can
it's
see that on social media.
yeah, it was important for me to just try and reflect this kind of the whole smorgasbord of
Sure.
being a man, a gay man in a lot of ways as well, growing up when I grew up.
Can I ask
It's
you
like,
a very loaded question?
what is it?
Would you consider yourself a shameless person?
Ooh. Yes. The thing is, the thing is for me,
And that's why he's the GOAT in his own book.
yeah. The thing is for me is I do like going out and I love being in a crowd. I love other people. And I think I'm very happy to get on the table and do a dance, but I'm hoping that I'm creating an energy where it's safe for everyone to get on the table and dance, not for me to
Hope
just
that table's
be,
strong, baby.
not just for me to be showing off, but
Yeah.
for me to be creating an energy where it's like we're
You
together.
love everyone and you love yourself as well.
Yeah, sure.
I love
Hope
that.
that
I
sounds-
love everyone, but I love me more.
Yeah. The GOAT and the WOAT, ladies and gentlemen.
Just hope that's not an IKEA table.
Yeah.
Is dating men in fashion the worst thing one can do to oneself? As a
Oh.
masochist, maybe you have put yourself through this ritual several
No,
times?
my experience is the worst person to date is a dancer.
Really?
Yeah,
Why is
because
that?
they are
they're so
just-
hot.
They're so in their bodies and they fucking hate themselves. Like it's just like they're just like.
But don't they also love
There's
themselves?
nothing. In my experience, being a dancer means this torturous relationship with your body and as an instrument.
So they're a fucking bummer.
Yeah, they're just really like it's not that they're beautiful, but there's no ease in that beauty. It's really like they're
Pain.
kind of stressed. They're working all the time.
Not
So it's really
fun
just
to
they're
be
just
around.
they're just miserable.
yeah, and I
But
think
dating guys in fashion, like where would you put that on the spectrum?
I've
from
dated a
best
lot
to
of
worst?
guys in fashion. I don't know if I can't. I guess they all have been.
Spoiler alert.
Have I not? What's it like? Did you
No,
say?
just like on the spectrum of like the worst type of guy to the best type of guy. Like where do guys in fashion kind of fall? on
It's
that
fine. I
spectrum?
just think when in your 20s, you there's so much like surface stuff that goes on. So you're just like dressing nice and going out.
Free
just
events.
can just be it.
Open
Can
bar.
be the relationship, right?
Yeah.
And you can often spend hardly any time at home. In
I
each
spent my
other's
20s
company.
eating sliders with Bay.
Yeah. I just feel I don't know. I'm trying to think if my first boyfriend. I mean, he just was a bit of a dick, so I don't know if that had anything to do with him
This is the
liking clothes.
This is the guy that wanted to document your breakup in The Observer?
No, he's the one in the middle. He's
Okay.
a sweetheart, but it felt like kind of a bit more like a business transaction.
I was
Once
going to
you
say,
get
that
your
doesn't sound like a
heart-
sweetheart move.
When you get your heart completely broken that first time, the second time you're just like, I don't want to fall like that. I just got to keep one foot on the ground. So I think I held back, and I think that's
Did you hold back with-
ultimately why it didn't work, because I was just like careful.
Yeah. With your husband, though, were you like ready to put yourself out there?
I think it was such a slow burn. We met, we tried to fuck, we didn't quite fuck.
Did he
It was
come? Did he come really fast?
No, no.
Yeah, were you at the beach?
I pretended to come, and the rest is history.
Whoopsie.
No, it was MCAT. Do you remember MCAT? It was a
The-
big thing in
no.
London. It was like a weird
The
sort
test
of
you take to get
party
into-
drug.
to
It
medical
was a
school?
party
No.
drug that was like they kept changing one molecule every couple of months, so the legislation couldn't-
Innovation.
So
Oh,
they
like
could, it
Spice
wasn't
or like-
illegal.
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like Spice, but not stonery, more like chemically.
Okay.
Not nice. Anyway, he had done some of that, and he couldn't get hard, and he said, "Wait till you see it in the morning," and went to sleep. Yeah. And I was like very awake
So did you guys
and
meet
alert,
at?
and I went to
yeah.
sleep.
Did you guys meet at the club?
We met on the back of the night bus. So
What is the night bus?
It's like a
You're
normal
always in
bus,
the
but
back
it runs
of a
at night.
fucking moving vehicle.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we were
What
going-
the
I was
fuck?
going to
You're on
my
a
friend's
table,
house.
you're on a
I
bus.
know. We were all going to the same party. I came up onto the top deck of the bus, and he said everyone on the top deck cheered.
It's
when
like
I
a
got on the
double
top bus.
decker, but
Yeah.
a party bus. Okay.
Yeah, but not open. Not like
Yeah.
not like the
Not a
Jubilee.
convertible.
Not like a Jubilee bus.
You
with, like,
fucking
90
Brits just
people.
party everywhere.
Yeah, I think
On a bus,
th-
on a
there's some-
metro.
Yeah, there's something really
On the tube.
weird about being British, where we just will fucking drink and drink and drink and drink.
Because you're so
It is
repressed.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but also if you talk about drinking in a negative way, no one knows what to say. So sober people were really threatening, and it really freak people out.
Shut
in
the
London.
fuck up, Tom
Yeah,
Holland.
because no one knows what to do, because we're like, all we do is
Shut up,
we just
Spider-Man.
drink. That's what we do.
Yeah.
The pub has nothing going for it apart from you can get a drink there.
Yeah,
That's
we love it. We love
some
it.
crisps.
As
Some
tourists,
crisps.
you know?
Yeah, but it's like we literally invented some
prawn
banter
crisps.
to
Yeah.
have something to do while we were drinking.
Yeah.
Like that's all it's for.
Yeah.
That's all it's for.
excuse to get
so that we're
hammered.
not just watching each other drink.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
silence.
Yeah.
You guys want to banter? Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the pub. I love a bar. I love a little like something
You love
special.
a
I hate,
night bus.
do you know what I hate? I hate queuing for a drink. And if you are a pretty girl, you're fine. If
Right.
you're not, then you just stand and wait and wait and wait.
Yeah,
and I
fucking
hate it.
bitches.
It really
Yeah.
gets on my nerves.
Fucking bitches.
Yeah.
Fucking hot bitches.
Those hot fuckers.
All right. So you're on a night bus.
I
your-
got onto the top of the bus. Everyone cheered.
Your husband can't get hard.
He was sitting next to someone I fancied.
Oh.
And I basically sat on the guy's lap with my back to my husband, completely ignored him, turned
Perfect
around till I'm
strategy.
thirsty, took the beer out of his hand, drank it, and gave it back and got off the bus.
Oh, wow.
That is how
What a first
I
impression.
met
Oh
your
my
mother.
I met your daddy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And then we went to the same party, had a snog. That was it.
When did you know that he wasn't like the others that are so thoroughly documented in the book? And
I
that
didn't.
He's the one.
We kept bumping into each other and having sex, and both being like, "I don't know about this guy." Like it wasn't. We never really
it's
talked between.
purely
like, we're
physical.
just bumping into each other. Yeah,
Bumping
not-
uglies.
Yeah, not being like that into it. And then he on Facebook dumped me on a message.
Wait, what? Oh,
Facebook message dumped me.
That
It was
is
a really long message.
brutal.
I remember.
did you keep it?
Yeah.
The message was like, "Oh, my ex is back on the scene, and I'm not really one to write such a serious message." And I replied, "We weren't even going out, babe."
Wow.
And that
You got
is how
his
he got
ass.
me, hook, line, and sinker. It fucking worked. I was like,
Wow.
now I'm obsessed with this guy.
Damn.
Jesus.
And I was like, I just want to be friends. And then I was like, I love you.
Yeah.
It's so
You want what
annoying.
you can, the heart
Also,
wants what it can't
at
have.
the time, I was like,
Are you
this
guys?
is so
Can you confirm that
annoying.
you guys are married in reality, or is this all in Raven's imagination?
He's my flesh and bone
Okay, all right.
husband. He
How long have you guys been
only
married?
about 2 years ago, he went at work though, didn't it? That message, and I was like, "You fucker." I don't think I can be played, and then he just played me.
like a fiddle.
Absolutely got it.
Mhm.
How long have you guys been married?
7 years.
Oh, so you've been in it for a
Itchy.
minute.
It's itchy.
Mm.
No, it's not.
I was going to say,
Like a
that's usually when it
We've been
starts, right?
together about
I've seen that
13,
movie.
14 years.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
I mean,
Long
we've
haul.
had 2 7 itches.
Mm.
We've all got the double itch. No, he's been he's great. I mean, I think what's the secret to a long-term relationship?
You tell me.
Different interests, actually. Like
Yeah.
not spending all your time together, going on separate
Time
holidays.
apart is as important as
Yeah.
time together. As a
Yeah.
married guy, as a straight married
Yeah.
person, I can agree to
It's
with
really
that.
nice to be like, how
See
was
ya.
your
Go do your
trip?
thing, yeah.
Yeah, but also just not even on a work trip, just him going on holiday for a bit.
Right.
And
Well,
coming back. It's
really?
kinda
Oh,
great.
separate holidays?
Separate vacations? You've
Not
unlocked a new level,
like,
dude.
not like. I think the thing is, it's really important to spend time together, and that's really hard to do when you're just living
Right.
and working.
Sure.
So as long as we've got a holiday like booked in, I don't really mind.
But do you guys do
what's going on.
separate? Like, this is kind of a work trip for you, right?
Yes.
Mixed with pleasure.
Yeah, and I was trying to get him to come out.
That's how they say it. That's
Yeah.
how they say it.
Yeah, that's
Pleasure.
British for pleasure.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Pleasure, governor.
Pleasure and pleasure.
This is a sort of work trip. I don't need to be here for 3 weeks, and I'm going to the
3
Caymans
weeks?
at the end. So, yeah.
Okay.
So if my accountant's listening, this is a work trip.
Exactly.
Right,
If
for sure.
Uncle, what's the Uncle Sam of England? The King?
Uncle
Charles.
Sam?
Yeah.
Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben.
Do you know what Uncle Ben's
No,
is?
who's Uncle
It's
Ben?
like
The
a guy
rice?
who makes rice.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's
I think he's yours.
it's a
San Francisco
racist figure.
Yeah.
It's a San Francisco racist treat.
Oh no! Is he a racist figure? That doesn't.
I think it's
do you
a
know what?
caricature. It's like Aunt Jemima,
We
which they got rid
have
of.
a
Yeah.
very racist person on Jam in Britain, so it's
Who?
Yeah,
well,
tell us more.
I don't want to say the word.
Wait, it's N-word jam?
No,
In America, it's N-word Jim.
no,
No, Mark
Huckleberry
Twain.
Finn,
no.
yeah.
But it's like it's like a racist doll,
Oh.
and they have it on the back of the jam.
In like
Nice.
still like it's the
It's
most
still
popular
there.
jam at like Tesco and
One
shit.
of the very popular jams,
And no one in England cares.
So Uncle Ben is like, we're like that.
Child's
he
play.
just seems
Yeah.
friendly.
we colonized the world, and now we're colonizing jam, and
What
Uncle
a-
Ben can go
Yeah.
fuck himself.
What a friendly, smiling black man.
We
Yeah.
are just going to the British Museum,
Yeah.
Finders Keepers Museum, with our jam.
No backsies.
Spreading jam
Yeah.
on everything.
Look at my new
Walking out.
obelisk. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
The no backsies
You're like,
museum.
the people guarding the obelisk didn't have guns, so I took it. I mean, that's essentially it.
Yeah.
Well,
truly.
Raven, you are here on a work trip
Mm-hmm.
because your book drop is fucking happening. How are you celebrating? As someone who loves to be in a crowd, who loves to be out and about, dancing on tables, how are you celebrating the night that the book is dropping?
For me, what's a good night out? How do I celebrate?
It's on a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I feel like martinis, I mean like Bellman's,
Sure.
basically.
Yeah.
That would
upper
do it.
crust level shit.
Yeah, I just sort of like it when it's a bit fancy.
Bit posh.
I feel like an interloper, but I can afford to pretend I'm not. That's
Right,
essentially it. I
like
love
how
it.
you dress. It's the
Yeah.
exact same thing. How
Yeah,
you
it's just
party
like-
is like how you
yeah,
dress.
dress for the job you want.
Just
Yeah.
just for the
Yeah.
for the.
Just for the
the
lifestyle
party you want.
you deserve.
You're cosplaying as a fancy boy.
Yeah.
So what's the?
I don't. Also, it's just like I am just living a fancy life
Yeah.
as well, so it's a bit like cool. I
Yeah.
still got this thing of like, but I grew up on a council estate, so that's
Right.
it's like plausible deniability of being like
Every day is
a toff
aspirational for
in
you.
the making. Every day, I'm just so full of gratitude.
So 2 martinis on the Upper East Side.
Yes,
And that's it? We calling it?
great. Yeah, a Brit uptown. Yeah, that's well. I mean, the thing is, I'm not entrenched enough in New York to know what a good nightlife is. So I've been to a lot of those gay bars that are the late night gay
Sure.
places that are fucking terrifying. I mean, I went out with my husband's boss and we walked in and it was like under my school we had a World War II bunker which we go down like once a year and then write a story from from like a gas. I'm a gas mask from the Second World War.
Like the Dead Poet Society?
Yeah. So we would write all this stupid shit.
Oh, gas mask, my gas mask.
Yeah. So so we walked into like an underground bunker, and a guy was on all fours on the bar with like a light up butt plug up his arse.
Cool.
And I was like, I don't need to be here with
Was it
my
pulsating with the
husband's
beat?
boss.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be here with him.
With Mr.
And
Purple?
then we went downstairs, and it was like it was like the end of Titanic when
Was
they were all
this
in
the
the
cock?
water.
Were you at the cock?
But it was gay men sucking each other off. And I was
You were
like,
you were at the
beautiful.
cock.
I think it was the
You're
cock.
at the cock.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend.
It was $20 to get in. I was like, this is
Well,
okay,
the butt
cool.
plugs aren't free, dude.
But you know when you're like, oh, drink? Please don't tell my husband we've been here. Yeah. We were both like, should we go? And we were like, should we just go?
Should you go to the cock?
Once I went swimming in the sea with my mum in France, and a couple were fucking in the sea next to us.
Well,
And
French,
you could,
I mean.
it was like you could hear the suction
Yeah.
water between their chests.
Yeah. They're creating a
Me and
little
my
eddy.
mum was swimming, and she just looked at me. She went, "Should we swim back in?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just swim back in." We never spoke about it.
I love
It's
that.
like I'm in the sea with my mum, like being
What
in
a
the
good
bath with
code.
someone shagging.
Let's swim back in.
Should we swim back
In
in?
your
Yeah.
younger years,
Yeah.
would you have stuck
sex
around
in
in
the
the
sea.
stuck around in the cock and maybe like peruse the butt plug collection? Maybe get a Christmas light version or something.
The thing is for me is like I love that it's like a free space, but it's just not where I need to be.
Like
It's
at this stage in your life, like from an age perspective,
I mean,
or
it's not even horrible to look at, but it's not, it's not like, I think, I don't know. Did I enjoy myself? Not really.
I think
There's
the crowd at the cock is a little.
It's just like anything. When you watch like Channel 4 documentaries on dogging, it's like, it's
What's
not
dogging?
the people you want to fuck who are doing the dogging.
What's dogging?
What is that?
Oh, dogging is like when you go out and you have sex in a car and people like crowd around and watch.
Why is it
Sounds
called
German.
Dogging?
I don't know why it's called dogging.
It's because you need to leave the windows open, otherwise you two will pass
Lol.
away.
Crack a
Dogging
window.
died
We're
in a
going
hot
dogging
car.
tonight, babe.
It was
Don't worry,
it
the
was a real,
AC's
like,
on, he's
fetishy,
enjoying himself.
Like Middle England, like middle-aged
Interesting.
thing, right? And lots
In
of people were
America,
doing
they
it. I
call
think
this fake taxi.
is that what it's called?
No, it's just a porno.
And then people
British
like come on
porno
the windscreen.
Really?
Yeah, like you go
On
to
the
watch-
inside?
No, outside. Like people come and watch you
Oh,
having
and
sex in the
because
car.
they got the wipers.
Yeah,
This is
which
British?
I thought was called seagulling, but it's not.
Wow.
Seagulling is.
Oh, because of like shitting.
What's
on a car.
seagulling?
Yeah, 'cause you know, like seagull. Seagull shit is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
No.
white.
Fucking gross.
Very cummy.
But I've heard that
Come of the sky.
seagulling is when teenage boys come in their hand, shout seagull, and slap it in a girl's head.
Lord, dude.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man.
feral. I'm assuming that's like.
Yeah, teenage
teen
boys
boys.
I
typically
feel like
are.
that's the schools near me in South London. That's probably happening.
Yeah.
No offense to my
Christ, fucking
homies.
monsters.
I know, it's really disgusting.
I hope you never did that.
I mean, that's assault. No, God no.
I thought
Fuck.
seagulling is when you go down to the beach and pretend to come in your shorts real fast. And then squawk and then run
I
away.
can't. No consent. I've seen.
Steal a French fry and run away. What's the fit?
I got attacked by a
chip.
seagull once. I bought in the West Country, like Cornwall, Cornish pasties are like the most famous thing you can ever have. And I
meaty
walked out of the
shits.
shop
Yeah.
and I was attacked by seagulls. They stole it from my hand. My husband didn't even turn around,
Mm-hmm.
and there were loads of like Cornish people sitting on the wall being like, "Not another,
Got 'em.
like another one." Ha ha. I was like,
Another
"Cool."
one.
Where were you, Richard?
I was starving.
Where were you?
Raven, what's the fit?
Starving.
What's the fit going to be when you're out celebrating your book drop?
When you're at Bemelman's, what's the?
Such a good question.
Are you an overpacker or an underpacker? Just real quick.
Overpacker. I've got 3 jackets with me, like suit jackets. Who needs one?
Like sport coats.
Also, when
Yeah.
it's 95 degrees this
Yeah.
whole week and
Yeah.
raining. But what's?
I've got like 20 pairs of shorts.
But you might be able to employ one of those suit jackets on the night
I
drop.
got a really nice kind of black tuxy one, but it's kind of loose, double-breasted, and
Beautiful.
I put a piece of like vintage Chinese silk in the back.
Ooh.
So it's really fucking nice. So maybe that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Bemelman's
Yeah.
jacket for sure.
Yeah. It's
Get up on the piano, sing a little ditty.
Yeah. And would I be in my Harao shoes? I don't know.
What are they? I want to know what those are. They're like schoolgirly, like little
They're
Mary Janes.
woven at the front, so
Yeah.
like a checkerboard, but all black. And then they have like a T-bar, a bit like a ladybird shoe, which is a really common girl's
Like a
shoe
Mary
at
Jane?
school. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
a Mary
these
Jane is
are-
what you're looking. It's the vocabulary
like kind of.
I should already
It's
have.
kind of a loafer, kind of a Mary Jane.
Yeah,
hybrid.
I love a loafer.
Yeah.
I just bought. I've been going through loafers and being like, these aren't quite right. These aren't quite right. And then I just bought Gucci loafers, and I was like, oh,
The best.
They're perfect.
Yeah.
I
Deal
don't know why
sleds.
I've been shopping around for like.
And you have the loafers, the mule loafers
Oh, I
too,
have,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're almost like Crocs. They're like really bulbous at the like Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
teeth.
Telling
Ronald
me a
McDonald
horse bit this
Gucci.
loafer?
Yeah, I've got those with me on this trip. Who knows if I'll put them on? It's just too hot for clothes. Anything.
Should we ask him about the 1,000 pair of black shoes right now, or is that coming later?
That's coming later,
Okay.
but I don't want to. No,
Spoiler alert.
we're still in the book portion of
Yes,
the show.
right.
we are. Fuck.
Yeah.
Book.
The book is,
And
quote,
animals.
a memoir told through the men in my life and the man I've been at different stages. Who is the man Raven is now?
Oh, a conglomerate of all those stupid things that have happened to me and all the good stuff and all the bad stuff. I still seem to wake up in the night remembering saying like the wrong line in the school play. Like I'm still
Really?
tortured by that feeling.
So you are a combination of all the experiences that have been up to this point.
Yeah, and I think a lot of those experiences
Like
are
every person.
yeah, right. But a lot of those experiences do speak to other people about the experiences they've had too. So like feeling out of your depth in your first sexual experience and being like, what the fuck am I doing? Having absolutely no vocabulary or power to like steer it apart from just panic, sheer panic. What else has happened to me? I mean, I can only think of the bad stuff. But I talk a bit about Me Too in the book and being the times when I have felt like a predatory man. I've talked about
Damn, a little self-reflection.
Yeah, well,
Well, that's smart. You me to yourself before you get me too. Right?
That's
You
right.
control the narrative.
It's
before
called
the
You
narrative
Too.
controls you.
But like, it just felt for me like
You
I
as
couldn't-
well.
I just also feel like every Me Too story that came out at the time had a man in it that hadn't said a word. So I felt like it was important to just address the times when I felt like, did I ask for consent? Was I a good guy? And I think, in many ways, I feel like a smart, intelligent person who likes silk jackets and being really like going out to Bemelmans.
Right.
And then sometimes I just feel like,
A piece of shit.
well, no, just like testosterone. I feel like I'm nothing but testosterone.
Still a
and
fucking
that's
man.
still
Yeah,
that.
eh?
So
Right?
it's like I'm balancing those things out all the time and working out what that really means.
It's
Right?
a balancing act. It's a dance.
Yeah, because people have affairs, right? And they're like, I couldn't help myself. And I was like, but you can help yourself. It's not, you can. You always choose. You always choose it.
Interesting. So you're in constant dialogue with all of these different sides.
Yeah, and I think
There's a lot of
hope that I'm
ravens.
not a fixed point,
Right.
and I don't.
Right.
I certainly don't think I'm finished, and I'm certainly not like a perfect victim of masculinity. I'm
Right.
literally
Well-
quite problematic in my own way, and I quite like the idea. For younger people, like gender is becoming less of a thing,
Right.
and I just don't mind being a relic of a time when I'm like, I am what I understand to be a
Right.
man, and I fancy what I understand to be a man, and that is just where I'm at. I don't care how. I literally couldn't give a fuck how other people identify. I think people should be protected and safe, but I am a man who understands what a man is to me, and so I'm kind of working that out through the book as well.
If you're a product of your both personal experiences and just the larger context, but with an eye on like what is always evolving and always changing, what
Yeah.
do you think is like the next chapter or the near future of just masculinity as a whole?
Oh, such a good question.
Thank you.
I think it's tricky because it's really tricky because I don't think it's really hard to answer that.
Sorry.
Because I feel like masculinity, it's in flux, but then it's still...
Well, it's getting more fluid, right?
Yeah, but it was still in the patriarchy, and
Right.
so men are still just kind of in
But then,
charge
but
of
then you have the
how everything rolls
traditionalists that
down.
like the guys like the Andrew Tates of the world, and
Yeah.
like that are like pushing for that,
I just don't.
reactionary.
I
kind
actually
of
think it's too complex for it to
traditional style.
ever sit in one space. It will always be different camps and different ways of being masculine.
Do you think you're still changing with the times, or are you kind of set in like who you are, or is it more of like
I'm
a glacial
definitely
change?
set in my sexuality
Yes, well,
and my gender, right? And I think,
That's locked in, baby.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I also think
That
there were
guy's fucking
times when I was
dudes.
growing up when I was like this, like of all the things I know to be true, it's that I'm a boy. So I think it's really interesting that for other people that's not the case. It's really interesting to be like, oh, but that's that's pretty much the only thing I was certain
Oh,
about.
sure.
Yeah, the one
Like the one thing I knew
Yeah.
about myself was that I was a man, and they were like, but what if you're not?
Yeah.
So I found that really, I don't know if it's freeing or if it's
Well, it's self-aware.
terrifying.
Yeah.
it's,
but
it's not. That's your experience, right? Which
Yeah, and
you
I
can
don't think
speak
you
to
ever
yourself.
get
Explicitly singular to you.
yeah, and I also think we all want to have lives that are like not that traumatic and fairly like pleasurable, and I just don't think that's how life works. I don't think the gender thing is the reason that things are going to get hard. Things
Wouldst
are just-
thou
life
like
is
to
just
live
hard.
deliciously?
Yeah.
Let's talk gay men having the sickest bodies on planet Earth.
Okay. Thank Fuck you.
Why is that?
We're superficial.
Vanity.
Yeah. Superficial, and we like going out. I don't know.
Is it like what about like kind of like backlash against trauma of like being like the sissy boy in school
Yeah, but
or
in
like
many ways, it's almost like caricatures of hyper masculinity, right? That is essentially the 4 men in the YMCA. It's just like
Or Tom of Finland.
it's reclaiming what a man is, having not perhaps felt that your masculinity wasn't
if it was taken
traditional.
from you.
Yeah.
It's like a reclamation by just going like fucking
Like, you
turbo
questioned it.
on
Yeah.
on the
Now I have a
biceps.
six-pack.
Yeah, I think so, and I think it's. I do think it's like, but it's just like porn. It's just porn has infected how we look at each other and what we see as hot.
Is
It's
fitness
just
like
fucked us all.
is fitness and like the focus on the corporal? Is that like something you're into, or is that just kind of like apparently it's in your book? Is that just something you like observe and as
Oh
It's more of a
no!
larger
So
trend.
in the book, I talk about the Kens. These guys that we went on holiday with in Greece.
how apropos of the
and they are
Barbie movie?
absolutely massive. They're bigger than Ken dolls. They're like specimens of like really looking after their bodies, really working out hard. Tiny little speedos. We swam in the sea, and we went up. We snuck into like this villa, and I was walking up the stairs behind them, and I was like, these men are like. These are like the hottest men ever. They're like walking erections. They're like bulging, veiny, like massive guys. And
They
I
weren't
was just
smuggling
like, this is not. No. But I was just like, this isn't what I want. But it's so
Are they
intense.
on? Are they like on performance enhancing drugs?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I really don't know. And they're both like sweethearts. Like they're not like aggy.
But they-
It's just
but
something
they
so
look-
funny
Yeah.
about men being built for like Vikings for war,
Right.
and then
But
going
for-
Men
and
to,
for
used to
what?
go to
then
war.
going to
Yeah.
like Costco. Yeah, like that's what it's built
Starbucks.
for.
Yeah.
Why are you built for
It's
why are you built for
crazy.
this?
I was like you look like you're full of rage, and it's like
But
you're
they're built
getting a
for-
frappuccino.
They're built for, they're
There's
built
no,
for sex.
there's no, yeah. It's a fantasy, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a male fantasy,
Mm.
a gay male fantasy. Is it a female fantasy? Maybe for some, but then fantasies
for-
just
yeah.
don't work the same for everyone.
Right.
Are you into those built ass dudes, or that's not your thing?
No, but like I wouldn't kick him out of bed for eating biscuits.
The biscuit is your ass.
Yeah. Which cheek?
My biscuit. I
Brings
I
all
get-
the
I
boys to
totally
the
get it.
yard.
I
Yeah.
totally get it. I just don't.
It's not
I
for-
wouldn't
yeah.
chase it.
Right. It's not for you.
No, but
too
they're
much.
fit. They're proper fit.
Proper.
And you're just like, I'm just like, okay.
Mm.
It's just.
I don't
it's
know.
we- I mean, I can see how it's. I think it's like looking at bodybuilding. I know some people are super into it, but it's like it's weird.
My dad was a bodybuilder,
Really?
and I think that is part of the reason I'm like, ugh, it makes me feel a bit icky.
He was like
Oh.
He
competed and
yeah, he did competitions.
Wow.
You know the pose. You know, like just after you hit a golf ball and you're like this.
Yeah.
That's what, there's lots of pictures.
that
of him
was
in
the gayest
Speedo.
golf swing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't want the mic to go too far away.
Yeah.
But like lots of pictures of him doing like the poses with the veins. And,
Is he
like, the
is
tiny
he
little
still with
pants.
us?
Yeah, he is.
So what is he in good shape now?
now he's like a big guy and he has to work out, but he's not like pumping. He's not like growing.
Mm.
Is he?
'Cause
Did he?
You just
He's an old man, yeah.
Did he pass down his budgie smugglers to you? And this is an oil stain from 1981.
No, this is from when I won the tournament for like.
Does he have like a bunch of trophies in the house?
Yes.
And fire! What a guy!
Yeah, he's fucking cool. I mean, not the best dad, but a great guy.
But cool.
But
Really
looks
good
awesome.
company. Really, really
But a
good
great guy to have
company.
a pint with, which
Yeah.
honestly,
Sadly, I don't drink. Sadly, I won't go to the pub anymore. Maybe I'll come to Bellman's.
Yeah.
You know, big Jamaican ex-bodybuilder. Feels very... Let's get on the piano. Imagine if you could play the piano. Or the flute. Like, what's his face?
Raven, your book includes, it has straight girlfriends reporting back from the front lines of their marriages.
Yes.
What's their number one complaint about hubby?
yikes!
Having to do all of the emotional legwork.
Mm.
I mean, that is
Interesting.
literally it. They're like, most of the women I know in straight couples do all of the like social planning. I think,
Yikes!
yeah, do all the social planning.
I feel like I'm looking in
do
a
all
mirror.
of the like Christmas card sending. Have to remember cousins. Oh, they just have that. That's what they deal with.
But is that that's emotional labor, or is that tasks
It is
and
labour.
chores?
Well, we don't really see women's emotional labor as work. That's why.
Damn.
That's,
Fuck, you got me.
That's culture.
Oh, I just exposed
And that's
my
culture,
ass.
kids. So I think so. Yeah, they do a lot of that. Lots of social planning. I think women are often tasked with like worrying about how everyone feels in a situation, and I think men are much more like, I've got this thing to do, and I'm just going to do it.
That's the matriarchy
Yeah.
versus the
And
patriarchy,
my
right?
husband and I have the exact same kind of relationship. I worry about how everyone feels, and he's like,
You're the woman.
I painted the ceiling. And I'm like, yeah, that is valid.
And you're like, fuck, I didn't want to do that. So
and I was like, how does the ceiling feel? Yeah, it's tricky.
Is it about like presenting yourselves as the couple? Like, is that what these women and yourself are worried about, or like where we had to go to these events, people have to perceive us like
gay
this?
men, we get away with a lot more. So we don't send birthday cards. We don't really do gifts and stuff, and people don't expect it. People expect women to like be in charge of that kind of stuff.
You
I think.
don't give gifts?
I don't expect gifts either. So it's not like
Okay.
Well, I just got.
Well, I know what your love languages are
got
not.
fussy taste, and I'm just like, oh, if I want something, I'll just.
I feel
save
like
for it.
we've talked about this on the show before. We're like, yeah, if you know what you like
Yeah.
this whole aspirational lifestyle, the three of us, I
Yeah.
feel like are a part of. It's like, yeah, I only want to buy things for myself. I never
Yeah.
want anyone to even attempt.
No, it's really and I also just don't really enjoy surprises.
Bro, same.
Yeah, it's kind of stressful. My husband was like, "We're going on a surprise trip," and I was
Ugh.
like, "Great,
Pack every
what shall I
nightmare.
pack?" And he's like, "It's kind of indoor, outdoor, posh,
It's life.
casual."
press.
He's like,
It's on
"What?
Earth. It's on Earth.
What?
It sounds like that's how
Where
you,
are we going?"
It sounds like that's how you pack for this trip to New York.
Yeah,
It's
truly.
like, all right, I got a tuxedo
Right,
and some fucking hamburgers,
You're like, well, yeah, just whatever. I'm
20
good.
pairs of shorts.
Yeah. Oh my god. So
Wait, so
many
what else are the
shorts.
straight boys doing wrong besides not tapping into our emotional
Yeah, let's
beings?
educate.
Oh, what are they doing wrong? Well, I don't think they're doing anything wrong. I do think most straight men I know are in the best space that they can be. Right? They're better than ever.
Is that because the bar is
We're trying.
so fucking low, though?
Yeah, it's on the floor.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It actually might be subterranean.
Yeah, it actually is subterranean.
It's in that basement club at the cock.
Oh,
Yeah, truly, underground.
I'm
What
like,
are we-
Man, the bar's down here.
What are we doing right?
Everything. No, I'm like, please stop.
Speak for us straights.
yeah.
I don't know, but I think gay men love straight men.
Yeah.
We
They
just
want
love it.
to turn them.
It's like the one thing you can't be. It's
oh.
like really intriguing.
or what, like,
Also, really fancying women is kind of like, wow, really?
so, that's so fucking gay.
I'm like, wow, okay, they're
You know what, Raven? I
fine.
I think we're on the same
okay.
page sometimes. every day.
That's fucking incredible. Speaking of women, your publicist, Caitlin Phillips,
Yes.
who shout out Caitlin for setting this up, she told us that in certain circles, you're referred to as the Lena Dunham of the UK.
No.
How offended
What
are you?
fucking circles?
And do you plan on
Is
firing
that on
her?
a press release?
It's on an email she copied and pasted
Yep.
to us.
So funny. I love that.
You didn't
No,
know that?
I'm here for it. No, I've
This
never
is-
heard
this
that
is the
before
first
in
you're
my
hearing of this.
entire life. Lena
Intellectually,
is
intellectually.
like almost my mate. So I'll
What do you
allow
mean
it.
almost? Like you've hung out before?
We worked together this year. I wrote on her new TV show, and then now we
Oh.
text. So
Interesting.
best mates.
How
I'd
is
say.
she as a texter? She prompt
She's
or?
great.
Yeah.
How are
The
her
thing
memes?
is, if I don't know, I don't want to say anything that she would.
Don't get you
say.
fired
Right,
off
no,
her
of
show.
course.
Something about the way she operates. If
Well,
I
you're on
had
strike
been that
right now, right?
famous and that burned by things I'd said in the and the press had turned on so many things I'd
Well, that's gonna
say,
happen to you
I'd
soon,
be
I
really
think.
guarded, and she's just not. She's
How
just really
are-
refreshingly herself even now. No,
So like
I think
you,
that's,
you
yeah,
guys-
it's great about her.
I see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Oh
is it
right, I'm not. Well, I didn't mean like in comparison to me, but
Oh.
yeah, am I the
that's the
English Lena
question.
Dunham? I'll take it.
How are the
Sure.
memes that she texts you?
She doesn't text me. She doesn't text me memes. She texts me Daily Mail articles that she's like, think that it's meme-like. She's
Okay.
like, look at this.
Like, look at this headline.
Yeah.
But it's always something really. It's always like someone from The Only Way is Essex. Basically, we used to watch Love. There was a big Love Island group called like Feminists that watched Love Island, and I took a nap when I was in France, and I woke up and I'd been added to this
Oh,
group,
no.
and
Sounds
there were
like
like
torture.
500 people
God.
just doing
On a group
Yeah,
chat?
but do you know what? It's been like. It was really good for me because you watch the show, you do like 2 funny lines while it's on, and people are like, Raven's like 600 media types think you're the funniest man that's ever lived.
He's
I'm
the
doing
Lena
2
Dunham of
jokes
this
a
group
night.
chat.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm doing 2 jokes a night about like titties.
And you're
It was
crushing.
a great summer. It was like 2018, so it was like the height of the show.
Raven Smith is the Lena Dunham of this group chat.
Yeah,
my
oh,
God.
So funny. I mean, she was in the group, so
Oh, right,
she had her
well,
own jokes.
no.
She was also doing watercolors of the contestants. She's a fucking legend. Like
Yeah?
she just is
She
literally
nice with the fucking brush.
existing in as she wants to exist, regardless of like.
Yeah, because she's rich. Dog.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Sure.
Would you ever go on Love Island
No.
without if Richie wasn't in the picture? No.
I would go on Love Island. I just imagine walking out in your pants. And someone deciding if they want to couple up
Right,
with you, and that's
right.
all they know about you is whether or
Yeah.
not you're wearing.
Oh, like
a
on the
tan.
very first episode when you walk
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
That first episode is brutal.
Being judged purely on the surface
Yeah.
level.
Is there
And
gay
I also
love? Is there
think
gay Love Island?
my moods are quite
Fire
changeable.
Mm.
Fire Island. My moods are quite changeable, and so I don't think I could consistently be on TV.
you can like play the
I
role.
can like really turn it on when I want to, but I'm
Right.
quite happy sitting very quietly. Like that's part of who I am. Like being a bit grumpy, but sitting on my own and not talking that much. And I just think,
So it's either that or
couple would
dancing on
kick me
tables.
out.
You have like all these modes.
yeah,
on.
but I'm not like a true extrovert, but I'm definitely not an introvert.
Right. Well, clearly not.
No shit.
No shit.
Well, in Love Island, it's clearly gamified, the whole dating everything.
Yep.
But contemporary dating, like, is contemporary dating with apps and fucking Grindr and everything, is it too easy and thus paradoxically too hard?
Yeah. Correct. Next question.
Okay.
No, I think the thing is, once you are conditioned to online dating, everything else it feels disappointing.
Really?
Huh.
Real life is a bit like,
you can't just- you can't just be like, next, swipe,
just
next.
trying to get to the next level.
But
So
you,
it's like
you
fucking
like-
Black Mirror.
yeah. But you must have met your husband, or you guys have been together before
Pre-
online dating really took off.
Yeah,
right?
before Uber, that's why we're on the fucking
Oh
bus.
shit!
Oh, true.
Like,
Trying
I'm
to get from point A to point B.
I'm just trying to get
I knew
home.
I
I'm
had
not trying to
get
party.
the taxi.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Raven: what archetype of man
Yeah.
is best at fucking? Skaters, chefs, in the closet Republicans.
Oh my god, fucking love this. I'm gonna say painters.
Yeah.
Like Lena Dunham's good at fucking.
No, lol. I just feel like
She got that good.
So dancers are the worst to date, but painters are the best to fuck.
I just think everyone wants to fuck a painter. There's just something about.
Is that why your husband's painting the ceiling?
naked? There's something about a man who's like that muse relationship is very fucking sexy.
So it's-
man who's obsessed with like looking at you and then creating something
This is such a
from just being in your
narcissistic
presence.
Oh, so it's a
Yeah, but
man.
it's
So,
so
it's a
hot.
painter that wants to
Yeah.
paint you.
Yeah.
Well, but I just
You're
think
the
they're good with their
muse.
hands. They're like
Right.
there's something about
Go
like
with the brush strokes.
I think we all fetishize creativity. So there's something about writers or painters or sculptors or whoever. It's like these, especially within men who like are just like in their heads making this thing. It's like Phantom Thread. It's like
sure.
people.
Shout out Reynolds
We
Woodcock.
really love that idea.
Right.
It's
Woodcock.
fucked up. We
Maybe
don't
that's
love
right
it
there
in
in the
women.
name. Yeah.
We love it in men. Yeah. We're like, he's so powerful and creative. For women, we're like, wow, she's really
So
shitty.
she's so threatening.
She didn't even send me a fucking birthday card. Did you notice?
Whereas you guys would say, cunt.
Yeah. Why is she being weird with me?
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Wait, how
so,
are writers at fucking? As a writer.
oh, how many writers have I fucked? I mean, as a fucker, I'm great.
You great
You're
fucker.
a naughty little fucker.
Yeah. Oh, so naughty. So Moorish. I don't know. How have I fucked too many writers? I don't know. I don't really like tortured artist. It's sort of annoying, but that idea of like frenzied creativity and being like
How does it torture?
swollen, like this, like it's almost like divination, right? It's like something's coming through you onto the page.
How does the
That is
tortured
kinda
artistry?
sexy.
Oh, that's how the tortured artistry kind of manifests itself. In
Tortured
bed.
artists are a bit more like, I don't know why I went to the Slade. I don't know why no one's noticed how good I am. I hate that shit. But I love the
That's
idea of someone
tedious
being
as
like,
fuck at
like
a
a
certain
chef,
point.
being like, just making this amazing,
Right.
doing something really amazing and creative, sexy.
What's your body count?
Oh, God, I have no idea.
Oh,
I've
is it-
never counted.
If, all right, if you had to guesstimate, like an over under.
What are we talking?
500
Penetrative sex.
Yes.
Or yes,
Oh, fuck.
or
I don't know.
reciprocative oral.
Yeah, but that's very different.
Okay, then penetrative sex.
We got to be specific here.
I have no idea.
Over under 999.
Under.
Okay,
Over under 500.
Under. I would think under.
100.
Okay. Over.
We're
gonna get
but I
there.
don't know.
250.
It's too hard to work it out.
The math ain't mathin'.
Yeah. I've never been like a chemsex girly. I've never been like, there's never been a queue. I've never been like collecting loads.
Collecting loads, maybe that's called seagulling.
Oh man.
I'm never collecting no loads refused. I'm not that girl. I'm not that girl.
Like a coin slot.
But so I don't know. I've never counted, but it's probably not. It's probably 400.
400
That
something.
sounds
That's really good.
That sounds
pretty
like
good.
a lot
You
of
sound
men.
like the GOAT and also at the same time the WOAT.
Oh yeah,
Sounds like Raven Smith's Men might have a sequel.
Raven Smith's
Run
men
it back.
seagulling.
Part 2.
Yeah. I don't know.
The Laundry
I'm
Saga.
Just literally pulled
No
that.
loads
I feel
refused.
like honestly 100 is low. It's definitely more than that.
All right.
Yeah, well, we said 400.
I know,
so
but that sounds
that's
fucking
4
high.
times.
Well, you've definitely had sex with your fair share of international men, I would imagine. Who
Yes.
dresses better?
Oh.
Men in New York City or men in London?
Let's go.
Oh, that's New York. I
Yeah.
love
Okay.
men in London, but in New York, I feel like when I get dressed in London, I feel like talking of the night bus, I dress in a way that like does not attract negative attention. So I wouldn't wear my pink bomber.
Like
if
you wouldn't
I'm
go
getting
too
on
you
the
wouldn't,
tube.
you wouldn't get too crazy.
No,
Trying to be
if I'm getting an
inoffensive?
Uber, I wear whatever the fuck I want.
Right.
Go to the place and leave.
It's
it
because
in
you
an
don't feel
Uber.
safe.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, shit.
You sort of, I think as a gay man, you are conscious of like inciting violence towards you, like all the time. So I would dress in a way that doesn't
Incite violence?
like peacock in a gay way.
Yeah.
But whereas in New York, no, literally people come to the city for the freaks. Like they want you
Yeah.
to, they want to be on the tube with someone who looks fucking crazy. So it's much more just like, oh, whatever. So I feel like here.
But is
you
that
have
better?
that.
So that's better because it's more freeing then? Because it's more
because
self-expression
people
then?
It's just nice to be with people that aren't sort of buttoned up. And I think in London you get loads of great dressed men and women in London, don't get me wrong, but there is in New York it's just so much broader in terms of like how people dress, and that's
would you say
interesting to
then-
look at. It's more inspiring for you to get dressed
Right.
than people
No,
wearing
absolutely.
lots of different weird
the
shit.
fashion show is on the street. Right?
Yeah.
But is New York City the most stylish city in the world? And then in your opinion?
Maybe.
I mean, people say what? Paris?
I love it so much in New York, so
Yeah.
I'm biased. I'm a real... I came here when
You're
I
a
was...
New York girly.
I was
New Yorker
21. I
file.
came here for 90 days. I fucking loved it, and I dressed like a fucking idiot. It was
Freak.
brilliant.
Like a freak.
I was wearing like green H&M jeans, and
So the
like,
Riddler.
It was that summer. It was the summer when New Rave happened, and I
Okay.
was, and it was like we were coming out of New Rave, and it was like whistles and fucking klaxons.
Is this when you lived in the McKibben Lofts in
It's
Bushwick?
when I
The
lived.
infamous McKibben
All right,
Lofts.
let's go,
in the
baby.
infamous McKibben
During their
Lofts.
chaotic heyday, not
Yeah.
on some like
The
tourist
fun
shit
factory.
after
Yeah.
the fact.
No, we couldn't barely get fucking Wi-Fi. It was Roberta's had just opened, and people
Right.
we were like, it's so posh.
What was this, like
It
07?
was the best of times. It was the worst
We
of
would
times.
hear gunshots and just lie on the floor
Mm.
and just wait for them to stop. It was crazy.
What was the most Bushwick ass thing you saw like happen during your 90 days there?
Oh, I don't know, but now I can't stop thinking about like
Big
that time
gunshots.
when the snake was eating the pigeon on the street, and that's all I can think of when people are like,
Damn.
"What's the crazy thing you've seen?" I was like, "Well, that." But did I see it in
We
real
saw
life?
nature.
Yeah. Or was that just on MCAT?
Yeah, they used to close the L on a Sunday, so
Yeah.
you had to get the bus into fucking town. It was crazy.
This
It
is
seems-
07,
it was
07,
feral.
08,
It
09?
turned into it was 06.
Okay.
I came like the last 3 months, and I flew back on like the 1st of Jan 2007.
Get the fuck out of here.
I
Was it like you-
my blood is sparks, and I have to leave.
Sparks. Wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
A
it
literal,
was
the
so-
can was shaped
Shout
like
out
a
to
battery.
It's crazy how bad you can feel and how good you feel after 2 sparks.
I know.
You're like, and that's just erased everything.
Was Four Loko part of that?
Yeah.
no,
your 3
it
months
was
there?
like sparks.
It was
sparks,
pre
sparks,
Four
and then
Loko.
it was like,
Did they-
oh no, that's a lot of sugar. Diet sparks.
Did you
all the
do
way.
Spark? Were you big on Sparks in college? That was
Yeah.
huge,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
We get in a circle and just chant Sparks, Sparks, Sparks. Then
Yeah.
you take a big swig, hold it out. Whoever wanted to would grab
Tribal
it,
ritual.
It was so
grab
good.
it, chug it, and then whoever finished it would throw it down, and then everyone just stomp on it.
Okay.
I remember them
That
being
seems-
delicious.
I wish I'd gone to some frat stuff.
That was this is a very queer liberal arts college.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Sorry,
and,
pardon me.
and honestly, man, we
Lambda
wish we
Lambda
had you,
pie.
dude.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah.
I loved it, and so yeah, they used to close the L. It was really hard to get around, but I think a lot of places did like free food with your drink. So it was
Yes.
like Charleston,
Alligator Lounge,
course,
Crocodile
yeah.
Lounge.
Crocodile Lounge.
Shout out Nathan for
Metropolitan,
Heard
you
that
got a PBR was like $3 and you got a free burger. which
Metropolitan,
is on a Sunday.
very smelly because it's carpeted. So all that
Is
semen
it?
and beer
Disgusting.
just stays in there. for
Honestly,
years.
that's fucking pub vibes, dude.
It was great. I went there like every night.
That's not too
On
far
Tuesday
from here.
night, it was a karaoke night, and there'd always be a lesbian singing "Stay" by Lisa Loeb.
Oh, nice. That's a great fucking song.
haunting.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
It used to be Lena Rhymes. Did she do
Leanne Rhymes. You think of Lena Dunham. You think of your
Lena
best friend, Lena
Dunham.
Dunham.
Leanne Rhymes, but now it's Torn, Natalie and Bruno.
Oh, another fucking banger.
Once I sang it and I fell on the floor and I just
Oh, wow.
lay on the floor singing it.
Wow. Just gyrating, I'm sure.
Yeah, just giving that
Did
and
you fall off a
energy.
table?
Yeah. No, I tried to stand on a stool and it was the center
Putting
of
me
gravity
ugly
was
and Coyote
off.
Ugly. Goddamn.
Wait, so okay, so the guys in New York dress a little freer, just a little freakier. What do you think of like Bode Boys, this trend, and straight guys getting a little gay with it? Are you here
I
for
don't
it?
mind the straight guys can wear whatever they want. I think it was not when I was first here. You could tell who was gay and who was straight, but you just
Now you
can't
don't know.
anymore. You just know. There's no way of knowing. Which is
It's like, is he a crop top or a crop bottom?
Nice. Yes. Yes.
No, I love Bode. For me,
Do you wear a lot of Bode? Do you
I
own
wear
a lot?
quite, I've
Okay.
got quite a lot. I've probably got like 9 Bode shirts. For me, I know, but for
A
me,
Bode's dozen.
It's a down payment on a fucking flat.
Yeah, bro.
I was
Wait,
there
you're getting, like, free
early,
you're getting free shit.
and Emily, a couple of them were for free.
You were an early Bode adopter
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
she will also write sample, no commercial value, because we pay
Ooh.
20% on anything coming to Britain.
Okay, I see.
So I mean,
Save you some
lock
quid.
her up.
Yeah.
No, but
Honestly, please.
yeah.
Where are the emails?
I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah, so for me, the ones I love the most are the ones that feel the most rare. So anything that is bespoke,
Sure.
that is,
Right.
it's
When
like,
it was
I love it.
when it was truly 101 before it turned into the much larger brand it is now.
Yeah, it's a real different scaling up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not huge, but it's still different than its early days.
Right,
Yeah, but then she
Absolutely.
obviously bought a lot of that cherry fabric, and my cherry shirt from her is fucking great. So it's not like I only want the bespoke ones. It's
Right.
just I'm less excited about having something
When you've
I
been
think other people
gallivanting
have.
around Chinatown, have you been seeing a ton of Bode?
No,
Really?
but I haven't been close to Dime Square.
Okay.
Last time I was here, I was there quite a lot, and I was like, "Oh, I see."
What did you think?
Well, I was like, "These people were free."
I've never
I
seen
mean, yeah,
Jorts
it's so
from sea
weird,
to
isn't
shining
it?
sea.
Yeah, I think it's just weird when you realize that like
It's real.
it's a pandemic. Like a look is a pandemic,
Sure.
right? It's not just
Fashion victims.
quite a few people
It's a
wearing it. You're like,
pandemic.
oh fuck, everyone's in. Everyone looks. It's a way of.
Do you
looking.
feel-
And only on
Good thing I'm not
Saturday,
wearing. Good
Sunday
thing I'm
they're
not wearing
there.
Sambas, bitch.
Yeah. Do you feel old when you go to if you're in Times Square? Like, do you feel old? That's like my Not that I wouldn't go or don't go, but I just feel so fucking old.
We just walked through, and I was like, "This is Times Square. Move." We
White
went to
Chinatown.
Is it Scar's Pizza? That's right there.
Yeah, we
Went
just
to
had
Scar's
Scar on the
Pizza.
pod.
Shout out Scar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
What do you think? Did you like it?
It was delish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat in the back, so we didn't queue. It was great.
Beautiful.
It was
Nice.
fucking huge. We had one each. I will not make that mistake again.
Oh,
It
American
was the size
portions.
of a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but each.
And
of
that's
us
actually
the
not
size
a.
of
That's actually not a
house.
big slice.
No, that's like that's
No.
average size, like a New York slice.
Yeah, but I had a
Sometimes
whole
it gets
pizza.
a whole pie.
Ordered a pie. Me and
Oh,
my
I thought you were
husband.
talking about a fucking slice.
I can get a slice
You
down me.
weightfish fucking bastard.
No, it was a whole pizza each.
Wow.
Delicious.
That's
She
fire.
wasn't like, that's a lot. She was like, yeah, that's cool.
All right.
More
When
money
in
for me.
Rome.
Anyway,
Raven, if you're down with the straights getting a little gay with it, what trends do you wish guys would stop doing immediately?
Oh, what do I not like?
Yeah.
yeah.
I just don't like jelly shoes.
Ooh, really?
I know.
Is that big in London?
Yeah.
Damn, Lawrence just
Like,
canceled his order.
There's one guy I
They're so
fucked had
cheap and-
jelly shoes, and that is why. I'm
Oh.
like, fuck him.
So it's
personal.
personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was like, fuck that. And I
It's
I
not
once
business.
posted,
It's personal.
I once posted like, fuck jelly shoes, and like 400 women sent me
Wow.
shitty messages, being
Well,
like
Like
menopausal women were like,
the-
fuck
the-
you.
the Plasticana Gardana, whatever that brand is, like that. Those like the gardening
I
jelly.
just feel like I don't need them, and then someone sent me some, and I was like, oh, they're quite.
You're talking about like the
nice.
plastic
really?
fisherman sandal,
Yeah,
right? Is we're talking
yeah,
about
yeah,
jellies.
yeah.
Okay.
And my parents have a house in France, and so
Fucking
that-
flex.
whoever sold them the house left them like river shoes, and so it's like 400 pairs of like brittle,
400 pairs.
stinky. That's
Right.
not one for each of my lovers.
One shoe.
What about trends? Okay, so jellies ain't it. Oh, real quick, what do you think of Lawrence's socks?
Oh yeah. What do we think
They're
of the
great.
slouch socks?
Oh, what's going on? They're very Highlands.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Irish dancing
Yeah,
socks.
Scottish.
Yeah, they're called slouch socks.
Are they Irish?
No, they're from an American brand, but
Okay,
I think they might be. I think it's like
They're frilly. They've got
more
a little bit of
80s
the
inspired.
Simone Rocher about them.
I could pull them up and go full, as James would say, a German lederhosen.
No, but let's just see them on. Oh yeah, but
I would
why do
never wear
they
them
look
like this.
They almost look like ruffled.
Yes, that's why I like them.
Yeah, interesting. But
Yeah.
they're not.
No,
Interesting.
Well,
That's how
they're
you style them.
slouchy.
That's the last time we'll ever talk about those socks. What are some trends that you want to see guys lean into
wish.
more?
Besides slouch socks.
I like a man in a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've been wearing more suits myself.
Like
and
fun suits or like serious or what?
It doesn't matter. I just the cut, the way your body, a suit transforms your body is amazing.
Yeah.
You
Give
just-
it.
you're-
It's
like-
armor.
people just like wow, and you're like, yeah, it's just a
It's a
jacket
suit,
with
man.
some structure.
Do you have a suit brand of choice?
Oh,
Are you Savile Row guy?
well, I like. No, I actually got a really great suit from Paul Smith.
Sir Paul Smith.
Sir Paul of Smith.
Excuse you.
How dare you?
He should bring back the monkey.
Yeah?
Do you remember the monkey, the Paul
No.
Smith monkey?
Oh,
It was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
massive. You couldn't move for it in Brighton, where I grew up. It was. I think you should bring back the monkey.
No, that's
No.
bad advice, I think.
Cancel me.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Let's save that for the jam.
I feel like you think the monkey's racist.
No.
No, he's
obviously,
just making a
I'm making a
monkey
out-of-pocket
double
joke.
entendre.
I feel like what other suits do I really like?
Drake's.
I actually bought Drake's ALD dress trousers,
Oh.
tuxedo pants. They're fucking great.
Quote the Raven. On
Yeah,
the nail
they
door.
were really. They're really something.
Do you
And I
go
got
to
the
the,
ja- I
when
put a
you're in
jacket as
London?
well.
Do you go to the ALD flagship there?
No, is there an ALD?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No.
apparently
There's a huge
I've
queue.
been to
There's queues, man.
Drake's. The thing is, in real life, shopping is just not
Oh,
what
you're-
I'm about.
okay,
Really?
It's
interesting.
fine if I'll go to Drake's because it's like
I
the
saw some
men in
self-
there will fit me.
I saw
in
some
the- in
self-edge
stuff.
edit on on your IG that would speak differently. But
Wait, which
we all
one?
do what we got to do. Oh shit.
I do like getting stuff. I like trying stuff on, but it's just so much easier to do it at home.
More of an online shopping guy.
Also, I really hate returning stuff in person. That is like, I
Why?
feel like a criminal. I hate it.
Really?
I'm like, hi, I don't want this. Like, I feel guilty about it.
Really?
It's
You'd rather
much
turn it-
easier to just put a sticker on it and put it in the post.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
But
So I do prefer that. But I think like suits and stuff, when people are giving you like, it should be longer here because I can't really tell. I'm like, oh, this looks smart, and they're like, it's 2 inches too long in the seat, and I'm like, oh, right, great,
yeah,
thank you.
you're talking about
I
like
can't see that.
Well, it's mathematical for them.
Yeah, and I'm just so used to putting something on and being like, it looks nice,
Yeah.
it's fine, and they're like,
well,
it
as
has
a
to be-
tall,
it has to
skinny
be
guy.
perfect.
That's
Right, sure.
tall, skinny privilege, my friend.
Yeah, sure, okay, good point.
If you're in your suit era now, what's a style phase you went through in your past that you now regret the most?
Skinny jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
What are we
fucking
talking?
That's I
ugly.
mean, how long was that period for a guy
It
built
must have been
like you?
about
Yeah.
10 years. Because I was like
Wait,
an
decade under the
early
influence.
Doors Libertines fan, like
Sure.
before Pete got locked up. So
Ooh.
a lot, like really,
You did send
really
us when you sent
early.
us through that. It was like a stream of consciousness dossier on yourself. You like made sure to focus on that as if we give a fuck about Pete Doherty at all.
I just feel
More
like
of
of
an
all the
Oasis
people
guy.
on the planet who like should have died at 27. So I'm like, oh mate, I'm
Like-
so sorry that didn't happen for you.
Like he deserved it, or
You know, it's just like he of
would have
all
been-
of
You know he
the
wanted
legacy,
it.
like,
You know he
now-
wanted it.
Every time I see him, I'm
So-
like, babe.
Well,
You
now
could
it's
have died at 27 and been and lived forever.
because
now
you're-
it's just
'cause-
like you're eating an all-day breakfast.
yeah, because you're thinking of like the fat, gross,
Exactly.
breakfast guy.
Exactly.
yeah, the Kate Moss era was,
Beautiful.
spot on, really spot
So
on.
Honestly,
10
it
years,
was
10 years
Sparks.
skinny jeans. What did that do to your sperm count? You think?
Who knows? I had like lower back pain for quite a while, right?
From
Guys,
skinny,
skinny
Well, it
jeans.
fucks your kidneys.
Oh no.
So this is the gay guy version of having
Yeah.
big tits.
yeah, it's like it fucks your kidneys because they're squeezed.
No.
Yeah, you
Dude,
shouldn't
come
really
on.
wear
How
really
tight were the
stuff.
jeans?
Like tight.
Like what brands are we talking? Just real quick.
Top Shop,
Mm.
not man.
Could we
Top
see like
Shop.
could we see
Yeah.
if you were cut or uncut? Like that's how tight we're talking? Could we
No,
see your
like,
religion?
Where are my budgie smugglers?
Oh right, true.
2 pairs of budgies and we're away. What else? I think I wore
Wait,
a
no, are you-
hat
now I have to know,
every
are you
day
circumcised?
for about 20. No,
Okay.
It's not a thing in the UK.
we don't do that there.
That's
unless
why I
thing-
wanted to know. Just
Unless
to
things are
confirm.
going wrong.
Oh.
Got
Like,
it.
unless
Like
it's
an
an
adult, the
intervention.
adult
Do you prefer
circumcision?
cut or uncut?
Oh, I don't mind.
You don't mind either. You're
No.
bisexual like that.
I don't mind. What?
I asked you either or to go,
I didn't know it was
yes.
gonna
Yeah,
go
yeah.
here.
Do you like cut or uncut? Yes,
Yes,
please.
please.
Sure, more T Vicar. I feel I'm ambivalent to cut or uncut.
You're agnostic.
Fucking hell.
All right, so how many? So skinny jeans. You wore skinny jeans to the point where you had renal issues.
Yeah, right.
Bro.
Yeah, my red blood cells just petered out.
Are those all? Did you get rid of them?
I
Like,
wore a
what did you do
hat
with them?
every day for about
What type of hat?
15 years. Different hats,
Like
but
big-
always
big
a hat.
hats?
There was a trilby, there's a pork pie hat,
my
there's a
God.
bowler.
Were you like a dandy?
Not quite. I don't think a dandy would wear skinny jeans with a trilby.
Were you on your Oscar? were you on your Oscar Wilde shit? Like,
No, I just
it's me,
didn't
Dorian Gay.
Yeah, I didn't like my hair,
Nice.
and then it became like a crutch. And then one day I was like, I don't need it, and then I stopped. I had long hair and I had it up in like not quite a man bun, but a bun on a
think
man.
Both myself and you have beautiful, perfect hairlines. So I don't
Do you think?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. But and
You're
then
welcome.
the long hair was a crutch, and I got rid of it. And then
How long?
probably like down to here.
Wow.
I could cover my nipples in the bath. And then the day I cut my hair out, it was like Samson,
Free.
the opposite. I was just like,
Yeah.
everywhere I went, I was like, oh, I just don't feel self-conscious at all. It
Huh.
completely transformed my life.
Wow, when was this?
7 years ago, and I was like, fuck it, I'm free.
Damn, dude.
I know.
I feel
like
I
fuck.
feel for you
Sooner.
because you had the hair. You're like making a statement, but yet you felt like shit.
I was just like ignoring it on purpose
Mm.
and not dealing with it. So wearing a hat and then just letting it grow and ignoring it.
You had problems, dude, for sure.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah. They're all gone now, though.
Yeah, now
I'm
you're
free.
perfect. Now you're God's perfect angel.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it was. And the second I cut my hair, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, I'm fucking
Look at
great.
me. Now you can see my beautiful face.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about your day job.
Yes.
You are a columnist on Vogue.
Yes.
At Vogue. What's been your most popular story there?
Oh Christ! The story that went the furthest was when I said why it's time to believe Amber Heard. And
Okay.
that just
Oh.
went fucking mega.
Didn't Daily Mail
viral.
come after you and shit?
A lot of people came after me on the Daily Mail, unless I missed it.
The Sun? No.
No, there was a petition to have me fired from Vogue.
Really?
How many
yeah.
signatures?
I mean, I don't know, but then you can Google it. But
Wait, more or less than men you have had sex with?
Oh, I don't know. I literally don't know how many people signed it. I was just like, it's a kind of a career highlight to be like trying to get lobbied out of your
Oh,
Okay, do you want to guess if it was over or under?
over 400.
Just under 367.
Wow,
Ooh.
those bitches, they really love Jolly Roger. What's he called? Captain Jack Sparrow.
They could not
Johnny,
meet.
no, Johnny Depp. Yeah.
They
Edward
could-
Scissorhands.
Yeah, they love Crybaby.
Since Vogue magazine would allow Vogue magazine would allow such disgusting rhetoric on the platform with the story published on May 17th on why it's time to leave Amber Heard by Raven Smith. I
Yeah.
think it's time we all do the right thing and go after the person that wrote the damn thing.
Yeah.
It's time for Vogue magazine to fire Raven Smith from the platform for spreading such disgusting rhetoric. Such disgusting rhetoric.
Yeah.
Not disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
About this whole case. It's very insulting and disrespectful to the actual victims of domestic violence. Please do the
Yeah.
right thing and sign and share the petition. Justice for Johnny Depp. Hashtag fire Raven Smith from Vogue.
Like
Dick
that
riding
hashtag.
be crazy.
No,
They-
They're
that
was
spinning on it with no
constant.
hands.
They
That was
didn't reach their
constant.
goal of 500 signatures.
Oh,
That's
great.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, well, no, if I'm
What happens
you,
if they reach 500? They have to.
I think they're like,
Go
next
go
goal,
straight to Anna
next goal,
Wintour.
750. I don't
Anna
know.
But that's what I'm
Wintour
saying.
gets,
If I'm you,
an alert.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
fired.
offended that more people didn't sign it. That's fucking.
I know,
That's
it's
rookie
weak.
numbers.
And I
think
was
it went
waiting to be
it
number
went
500.
Really nuts on TikTok, I think.
Oh, of course.
So it just went like.
Were people like
fire.
tearing into you?
People were just sending the clown emoji like thousands a
Wow.
minute.
And
Wow.
you're like, little did you know, I dressed like the Riddler in 2007.
I was like, little do you know, it doesn't tell you I've read this. I mean,
Little did you know, I'm sleeping with a clown right now.
Yeah, lol. Little do you know, it's me, Johnny Depp. I read it. I didn't. I mean, it was just. A lot of other writers got in contact to be like, "This is what happens if you say
Right.
anything not in support of Johnny Depp." Like it's
Crazy.
just it's
Yeah.
happened to loads of them.
He's
and I was
that
like, "Why didn't
popular.
you tell me that
Yeah.
last week? I can't open my fucking phone."
Thanks,
I could've
Lena.
done a different
They're
pitch.
emailing my agent, please.
Thanks, Lena Dunham.
Yeah,
Do
lol.
you normally read the comments, or do you get good reader emails a lot? Like, how does
No, I think I get a few DMs occasionally, but people don't really. I try and say something that isn't like debating something. I try and say, I don't know. People aren't like. don't counter what I'm saying. 'Cause I just try and talk sense.
Right.
I'm not like a shock jock. So I'm not trying to wind people up.
Well, you
with
always
my
drop an
point of
opinion
view.
on the relevant topic of the day. Like Jonah Hill was your last
Yes.
op-ed piece.
Yes.
Where do you fall on that?
Really tricky, that one, because I don't think
No,
he's the
more
problem.
screenshots drop every day.
Yeah, right. But he's not the
plot
problem.
is
The
thickening.
culture's the problem. He's not really.
Why is this private
Ooh.
spat
The
happening
issue.
in a public forum?
He's symptomatic.
Well, also, if you keep toxic behaviors private, then nothing changes. So I do appreciate it being pushed out into the light. I don't know. It's really tricky because is it vengeful or is it cathartic or what?
Right.
Sure.
Right? Because what's in it for her?
I think they both come off pretty,
Now
looking
they're
pretty,
out. I was
gonna
looking
say,
pretty assed out.
Yeah, I was gonna say everyone should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I think that's like not a cop out. I think
Yeah,
That's a tough
and
one
I
for us
think.
too.
Yeah,
Not
of
really.
course. No, well, it is tough because I think he's. Yeah.
Well, he's been on the show a bunch of times, and
He used to do
be
our
the
intro.
he used to do the intro for the show.
Yeah. He was kind of like the Throwing Fits avatar for a year or two before he started
Hey,
wrestling
thanks
shit.
for the bits.
Before he
No,
told you couldn't surf anymore.
Yes, he said, "You're not allowed to post my fits."
hey, I need longer inseams, boys. You fucking sluts.
I just think I think it's like this whole thing of like a woman's body is constantly sexualized and for her
monitored
just
and
be doing
patrolled.
her job. And for it to be like, how dare you entice these Neanderthal men?
Yeah.
You wanton woman. It's like, that's not
real
it.
real
She's
bitch ass
just-
behavior.
Yeah.
Have your memes on your personal page, which is majority meme,
Mhm.
and then like minority Raven.
Yeah.
Have your
Little
memes
SponCon, you're there.
Yeah.
have your memes ever
Sprinkled
ruffled the
in.
feathers of the powers that be at Vogue or Condé?
No.
Really? They
don't-
do they encourage it? Because you are one of the best in the game. Can I just give flowers?
Thank you.
One of the most fun follows
Thank you.
on IG.
It's never been an issue.
Really?
No, there's well, I'm not on staff. I
Oh,
just
okay.
write a column.
Oh.
Um,
Did you ever have to
no, but I've never said anything that
They're
would
all
be
cheeky.
negative.
They're not
And
like-
I
do you feel like you have to
wouldn't
hold
put-
back because you are like you do have Vogue in your bio and do you have like
No.
a weekly or
No,
regular
but I
column
think
there?
I've just mellowed. I think I used to be a lot more like arseholey before,
Sure.
and then it's not actually that fun being an arsehole.
Have you ever deleted or archived? a
Yeah.
meme?
Did you ever have to pull a GQ and take one down?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. I think there was one where it
Let's
was like I was like. It was like a video, and this woman walks in, and there's loads of foxes, and they're all like, like, rah, 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 rah. And I was like, me at lunchtime, and someone was like, "This is a fur farm," and I was like, right, okay, not that funny."
You're like, yeah, exactly, motherfucker.
They're all about
Those
to
hungry,
get murdered.
Those hungry foxes, and they were like, "No, this is."
So it's like
cruelty,
some
animal
PETA ass shit.
And you're like, yeah, that's exactly how
Took
I
that one
feel
down.
when I
I was
walk
like,
into
yeah,
St. John.
I'm wearing fur now.
Tell Peter my dick dragging on the
nose
floor.
to tail, baby. So I have before. I try not to take the piss out of how people look. I'll commentary on appearances. So a
lot of it is like kinda like-
comments are like, he looks really fucked up. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Right.
not really what I'm saying.
Well, a lot of it is kind of like me when I
Yeah.
be shopping.
Yeah.
Not
And there was
like-
one of like Gwyneth Paltrow in an infrared sauna. She'd done a close up of her face, and I wrote like something like the microwave in the oven.
My scrotum,
This woman was like,
my scrotum when I'm in New York this week.
Yeah, long. Fuck me, it's muggy as fuck
Yeah.
out there. And this woman was like, I don't think it's fair to use her picture like that.
What?
She wouldn't like that. And I was like,
She
she
wouldn't like
posted it. She posted it.
Thanks. Let
Dude,
me know how.
and I didn't say she looked bad.
Let me know how else Gwyneth is
She's
feeling.
in a fucking infrared sauna, and I made a joke about hot food.
The clit riding also be crazy. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I put a typo in my response to her, and then she mentioned that a few times.
Oh,
Ooh, that must have cut you
no!
deep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the worst part of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the saddest.
typo.
That's the lowest
Truly.
ebb.
Like, fuck. He puts the homo and homonym.
But the algorithm just kind of fucked everything. It
Really?
only really pushes you. You
Now
only
you have to
really
do
get
reels?
spread if you're doing a
Yeah.
reel with a person in it.
Ugh. Well, you're about to
So-
be on our reels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get you back in front of fucking everybody.
But
Don't
I
even
love my
worry.
stills.
Ugh, love
I love
I
just
know,
doing a
I'm
still.
just saying, that's what I wanted.
And my agent was like, they're not really doing anything. But then
Wait, your agent is talking to you about memes?
No, we talk about like
Social strategy.
Like
sorry.
when we're I've done a wine, and it's like, where should we do a reel? Should we do like they're gonna shoot stills? And I was like, the stills just gonna tank.
Yeah,
that's just what they do. It's really annoying. So we do talk about that stuff, and he was. But then what happened? What's interesting about stills now is that people can share them into their stories. So actually, you reach more people that you wouldn't reach normally, which is
we gotta
more
make the
fun.
share. You gotta make the shit
When you see
shareable.
story reshares, and it's like, oh, loads of people who never fucking don't follow
Here's
me
something
are
crazy.
sharing
Maybe
it.
the content should be like funny and or good. Maybe just that.
Yeah, sure.
How about that?
Yeah, I know.
Novel
but,
idea.
But also, I am not immune to like the dopamine of a post going off.
Come on.
So then
of
it's
course
just
not.
like I'm going with the algorithm.
So that's why it's always funny to me that like again, great IG follow, but you don't post a lot of yourself. But isn't that the ultimate dopamine when it's Raven getting shared and Raven getting comments and likes?
Yeah, but the thing I like most about myself is that I think I'm funny.
You're hilarious.
So that is the best of me.
Okay.
When when it's fucking hits so sweet and I'm cackling when I'm posting it, that's it.
Yeah.
That is what it's all about.
When you follow us back, read his captions.
Yeah,
But
okay.
but
follow you
because
back.
they're
Yeah.
very funny.
Thank you. But all this talk has happened in just like a few days ago.
Yeah.
You had been offline for a minute, where like I would email you and I would get an out of office being like, Raven Smith is offline.
Oh yeah.
Were you
He doesn't-
completely
he didn't
off
have
the
a job.
grid?
That's been there for about a year.
Oh, it's just the email. It's just the
Yeah.
email. Oh, so
I
you've
just-
been on.
I just don't answer email.
That is fire.
It's
Wait,
so
it's a permanent
freeing.
out of office?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's
You
the email?
genius.
What's the
I
email
took
that you
it
have
off
in that
for
auto
writing
reply?
the book. It's my agent's email, so basically I don't have to.
So is your mom like, hey, tell Raven dinner's getting cold? Like,
My mom doesn't email. My stepdad sent me a text, and it was like a scroll from the 18th century. It was
yeah.
so long. I've had it on for ages because then that feeling of like I need to check my emails just went away.
wow.
Because they're getting funneled business opportunities. I'm not missing.
Oh, all
anything.
biz ops, but like you still like all personal emails. I guess
never
personal
feel-
emails don't
I get
exist, right?
Many personal emails,
Yeah.
and I never worry about having missed something. I'm like, if they've if
it's important, they'll text
off
me.
the back or not. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Also,
I guess
when I worked at Nowness, right? I just lived. It was like emailing all the time, and then
That's
I had a
working in
team.
media.
I was
right?
managing a team, and then setting up loads of drafts, and then answering the drafts on the way home as like a memory to jog my memory of all the emails I had to do. And now I'm just like free
Yeah.
from email.
all right. Well, I guess next time we're in the UK, we're not going to email you.
No.
We'll
I
text,
will- I
we'll
do
WhatsApp,
read
we'll
them.
WhatsApp you. I don't know, but
No, you email Caitlin.
no, it's whoever the agent is. I forget. But let's say the next time we're in the UK,
Yeah.
we want to link up with you.
Yeah.
We want to head out for a night on the town. We want to hit
Yes.
the night bus, the fake taxi, the fucking St. John's.
We want to go
night
doggy and
bus.
seagulling.
The night.
If
bus.
you're taking us out for a night at,
Take us on the night bus.
in jolly old London,
Yeah.
what are we getting up to?
Yeah.
So good. Okay, we would start. Ooh, Soho Bartamini, which is like a Negroni-ish
Oh,
bar. It's fucking tiny. It's like 8 seats.
Mm.
They do a little sandwich.
What time is this right now?
Early evening. It's Negroni time, so like 7, 6. You have
Negroni time.
Negroni is the
I
time.
think it's Santorin time. Is what you're thinking.
Negroni is the time where you're like, I have.
Oh, I
to
thought you were
change
calling. I
from
thought you were
day
being
to
racist.
night.
And never mind.
You have to change from
CBT.
day to night. So you do that.
Aperitivo.
Yeah.
Okay, aperitivo hour. We're gonna meet you up at the bar with 8 stools.
Bartamini. You can book ahead,
Okay.
which is a smart person would do, but I'm sometimes not smart.
You don't check your email.
I
Do you
don't
get like?
check my
do you get,
email.
how often do you get recognized as a like a guy?
Oh, I get recognized by people being like, "Oh, hi," and I'm like, no,
Oh, damn.
like that familiar. They're like, "Oh," and I'm like, no.
No, don't talk to me.
No,
Email
don't
me.
talk
Email
to
me.
Just like in a millisecond, you're going to realize you don't know me. Like, it
Oh.
happens so often.
Who do they think you are? Like
They're
an
just-
actor?
Someone they recognize, and they're like,
Oh.
"Oh, hi," and I'm like,
I'm
It's
not.
like, I'm your
just
other
wait,
6'5".
just wait, it's coming.
I'm not your 6'5"
yeah.
friend.
I got someone fucking thread me. Is that what we say now?
Threaded?
Yeah.
Threaded me,
Yeah.
being like, "Oh, I just waved at you in the street.
And you're like,
I sorry, I thought I
that
did
was
it."
Bitch, I
Thierry
Ubered.
Henry.
Like, whatever.
Different guy.
Bitch, I Ubered here.
Or
Yeah.
someone sent me like the picture of the back of my head in the street, and I'm like, "That's not
Ooh,
cool."
that's-
Someone did it on a fucking Ryanair, a cheap flight, being like, "Oh,
Embarrassing.
slumming it with Raven Smith," and I was like, "For shame."
dude.
The shame of it.
Damn.
And that's when I started wearing a hat again.
This man has to move like DiCaprio out
That's
here.
when he
dude.
went off-
God
that's when-
forbid he gets
It was so
busted in
embarrassing.
steerage.
That's when you went offline.
Okay, so we're getting into
Believe
Grony.
it.
Sorry, we got off
We're getting into
track
Grony. We'll probably go to
Spagliato.
Quo Vadis. I'll take you to Quo Vadis for
What's that?
dinner, which is a private
there.
club.
St. John?
St. John's not in Soho.
Oh,
And
we're going
kind
to
of in
How many,
Soho
how many
night?
private
We
clubs
can
you,
go to St. John. We should go to St. John the next day and have like breakfast.
How many private
Okay.
clubs do you belong to?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah?
Really?
It's this
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Why this one
Quo
over all the
Vadis.
others?
Best food in Soho.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And
bangs.
Soho is so rammed and so chaotic and so dirty and so noisy, but then it's like a little quiet
Oasis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you go out there. They
What
do.
kind of food?
Well, it's sort of like most things that are like popular in London. It's like traditional British.
So brown and saucy.
Yeah.
Brown and saucy.
Just like you.
Oh, did you want something like more fun?
No, well, no,
'Cause we
it's
could go
your,
to
it's
we
your
could go
call.
to Dumpling Legend, which is around the
No,
corner.
it's-
We're
We're eating Raven style.
Yeah, they do dumplings.
I
that are
love
legendary.
yes, that's, I love
They have they have
Lazy
one of those-
Susan?
Yeah, thank you.
You're
so you
welcome.
can spin the dumpling to a friend. I've hosted a
Spin
baby
the
shower
block like the
there. It's quite
dumplings.
fun. It's really fun.
All right.
And it's rowdy and it's delicious. That's a good one.
what are we
Quo
getting up
Vadis
to?
is good because they'll do me an omelette off menu.
Ooh.
So it's quite good for like a little lunch.
So you're
For
taking
eggy
us to a
weggies?
place just where you get your special little omelet?
Yeah, because you want some
we
eggs.
could go to if we go out dancing, we should go to JY Late because it's
Okay.
like always. It's really they're really strict on the door, but then it feels very safe inside.
All right.
Like it's not dodgy, but they could just turn.
No
the number of
Christmas
times
light
I've walked
butt
up and they were
plugs.
like,
Guys
not
selling-
tonight, and I'm like, no.
Are guys selling
Oh, okay.
balloons on the street around the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. That's my favorite
right.
part
Morse
about
is good.
London.
Love
a
all
fucking
those
balloon.
fucking canisters everywhere. JY Late's great. If we're lucky, they'll play the Fergie London Bridge video,
Ooh.
which I am in.
London,
Really?
London.
What?
I play a paparazzi.
Wow.
What?
Are you like
Trying to take-
prominently featured?
So once I went to JY Late and they played the video, and I was like, ladies and gentlemen, her.
Raven Smith.
Which is fucking great.
You could,
so
for
that's
real,
quite good.
if we watch the video, we'd be like, oh shit, that's Raven.
Probably.
In
So
the
she
skinny
get-
jeans and long
sh-
hair.
You can't see my legs, but I was wearing skinny jeans. I was wearing an American Apparel, but the deep
course.
V.
Of course.
So
Down to the
like
belly button.
Sternum. Yeah. Down to the budgie.
Down to the budgie.
The deepest V.
Free the
the
budgie.
budgie.
The
V.
first V is the deepest.
All right, so,
so
we're going dancing, watching. So we're eating your eggs, watching your
yeah,
music
and
video.
then we should go to Bar Italia, which is the best coffee in London.
Coffee.
They won't serve you drinks after 11, so
Okay.
but you can have a pizza.
All right.
But
So
this
you
is
have to be drunk enough walking in to sustain
not-
the
yeah,
time
yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
why do things close so early?
It's
Despite
not
the
closed.
No, I mean,
know.
like, despite the drinking culture, that's like. I guess that's why the clubs exist.
I
to
guess
some degree, right?
because
So
in
it's like-
London you're drinking at 5,
Oh, that's fair.
so
actually.
it's actually quite a long stint.
Also, I don't think you and I were
You know,
going
on-
necessarily to the places that are open till 5 a.m.
That's fair.
Yeah, right.
Unless
But
we're
I
at Raven.
think people just like get on it so early. It's
Yeah.
fucking madness.
How do people just like get drunk dinner every night?
Not really dinner.
Like people don't really
Scram.
eat dinner, right? They just like get a little fucking takeaway or like.
No, people have dinner, but they're boozy. We just drink so much. It's fucking outrageous.
It rocks, dude.
Yeah, I mean, sure. And I just think because we are such an uptight, culturally uptight, it's like our freedom.
Yeah.
Do you watch the
Just
show?
getting
Do you watch the
fucking
show
smashed.
Industry?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like it? Do you think it's accurate, an accurate portrayal of like young people in London?
I've never worked in people.
Not in finance, but like.
But you
just
just
young.
you probably fuck some finance
yeah,
guys.
I've literally begged them for a part on the show.
Really?
You don't need to put in a good word for me. I've asked
Okay.
3 or 4 times.
Well, so have we, because we also want a cameo as well.
Wait,
Right,
but
so-
Macon Con?
yeah.
Yeah. So my dream
You
is.
don't have your acting chops though. Shout
Well,
out Fergie.
what I pitched was I'm just at a computer in the office looking really suicidal and like typing, like really anxiously typing.
We were offered.
And he basically said you have to everyone in the office scene has to be in every office
Right,
scene.
right, right.
So it's like 12 weeks in Wales.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
Just to be
In
at a
Cardiff.
computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like look suicide. You
Yeah.
want, but you wanted to act. You're like,
Like
I want to look.
No, just looking really. There's a lot on my bucket list. It's like sitting in like on EastEnders, which is like a
Yeah.
one of the longest running soaps. Just sitting having a pint in the background,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or like at Hogwarts.
We were offered
holding a broom.
They were
far
like,
in the distance.
They were like,
I
you
want
can,
them to be like cameo, like
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
cameo.
Low Quidditch.
they were like, you can come be in a club scene, but like you have to go through.
exactly what they said to me. The Berlin
Wait,
Club.
Is that what they told
No,
you?
no, 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 no. This wasn't. We're in It
Not-
was in Cardiff, but
not
they were like
Berghain.
the COVID protocols are real. This was, I don't know, early season 2.
Yeah.
But I did have a bit of a
Oh, that's right.
cameo in season 2. Horny Jimmy.
Did you play?
No. Well,
Wasn't me, but when
Eric
fucking
is in
Eric
New York.
goes to New York and he sees his chef homie at the Chinese restaurant,
Yes.
and he greets him as Horny Jimmy.
No way.
you are talking to the
Okay.
real,
Okay, I'm
the
into
OG,
it.
Yeah.
That's
horny
better than
Jimmy.
being
My
in
name's
it.
Jimmy, and I do be horny.
That's better than putting your name, than putting your face in it.
No, it's not.
No, I would have
But
rather that.
That's
No,
nice
it
of you to
is.
say. No, it's not. Why
Well,
are you
speaking of
lying?
horniness, Raven, let's get into the next segment of the
Okay.
podcast, which is titled Dead Ass.
Sucking and fucking,
Meats and cheeks.
sex and dating.
Yeah.
Because we've done none of that up until this
Okay,
point.
sure, yeah.
So it's been a while, but what's a first date with Raven look like?
Oh,
Can you even remember?
I quite. I don't. No, my.
What was your preference? Okay, what's date night with hubby look like
Yeah,
these
how
days?
Day night with hubby is round the corner from our house. We go to the Camberwell Arms, which is a great fucking British fair, a great place to eat. Or Theo's, which is a good pizzeria in South London.
Mm.
We have one drink and we go home. Have a little fiddle.
Like Nero.
And it's working this time.
Yeah, it's like one drink is important.
Right.
Like not
Loosen
more.
up.
Right.
Yeah, and also it's quite nice to
Relax.
when dinner is really cheap. Then you don't feel anything.
Sure.
You're just like, oh, we'll just have a pizza.
Right.
If you once you start drinking, it gets expensive.
Mm.
So that's quite nice. I quite like meeting him out for a drink and then going home
Mm,
rather
that's
than
cute,
being
yeah.
near the house.
Right.
Do you guys
We
do
both
any
work
role,
in
any
Soho,
role
so-
playing then in that when it's like who's this guy?
Yeah, I play someone who's only slept with one person.
Nice.
And that's why he has the acting chops for
Yeah.
industry.
Honestly,
that's
you
how I
just
got-
convinced me. Dude.
Yeah.
I believed you. Wow, Mick and Con, get this man on the fucking show.
So
dude.
Yeah.
funny.
All right,
After us,
in
obviously.
your opinion, what are some fashion red flags that maybe immediately clue you into the fact that a guy is a no-go that like people
Oh.
should take into account?
Yeah. For the audience at home.
Oh,
what
I
what
don't.
clues you in immediately to knowing
Yeah.
that they're a fucking bozo or clown?
Too tight. Too Love Island-y. It's just not my vibe.
Too tight to anything.
Too tight, like muscly, like
Mhm.
muscle tight stuff. Like
Mm.
that Love Island look is not. I don't like it.
But
as
how did those
much.
big boys, those muscly boys, how did
There was a gay version of Love Island called I Kissed a Boy that was on
Ooh.
for like
And
3
I liked
weeks.
it.
was it awesome?
It was basically
For 3
on the
weeks?
and at the end they're doing like wedding ceremonies, and they're like, "It's been so amazing." I kept saying to my husband, "It's been 3 weeks."
Isn't Love Island like
No,
a
it's
month or
quite
two,
long.
like
No.
It's like 12.
12 weeks?
It used to
Yeah.
be 12
With an episode
weeks.
every day.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm familiar.
Yeah. And they don't know what time it is ever.
Right.
But I know someone who was on it, and they used to come in and just jiggle the clock on the cooker, so they would never know what time it was.
Really?
And they were talking about like hymns they used to sing at school, and a producer came on the tannoy and was like, "Could you talk about who you fancy, please?" They were just like, "Shut up,
Shut up about
no
the damn
color,
hymns.
no color."
I'm more of a season 1, season 2 guy because this was before one, they could drink,
Mhm.
and two is
Season 2 was perfect.
Yes, agreed.
A perfect storm. It was when Miss England fucked on the first night,
Yes.
and they took away her crown.
Yes.
Yeah, it
She
was.
she dethroned herself.
Yeah, well,
I
they-
believe that
they
the couple that won is
sex-shamed her.
the couple that won is still together.
Oh yeah. So she fucked the guy on the first night. and then
he was very hot.
this other girl, and they're still together now.
She was like the ugly duckling.
Was she?
Yeah, no one liked her, and then they they paired up as friends, and then they fell in love.
Oh, that's really cute.
Good for her.
And then that girl came in and got a drink spill on her, and then she tried to punch the other girl. That was
Yes.
one of the best pieces of TV I've ever seen.
And the Italian stallions.
It was really
Twins.
good.
Yeah.
The
And it was also
twins.
because people wouldn't go in knowing that they'd come out famous.
Yeah,
So
the
they're
first
going
series when the
in-
woman said they won't show you fucking if you do it on top of the covers, and then it just cuts to her fucking on top of the covers.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's not how it works.
Babe.
Why did
no.
Babes.
And everyone in the room is like, oh my God.
Vibes.
That's
All right, so if you're looking like a fucking Love Island contestant,
Right,
it's a
right.
wrap.
Let's get
Oh, yeah,
back
so
on
I
track.
Kissed the Boy had a real look,
Kissed
and
the
it's
Boy.
like it just is not my look. It just feels very kind of like mass produced and cheap.
Right.
So I would like I
Top
don't
Street
mind,
or High Street.
yeah,
High
I
Street.
feel like you're finding just like a simple white t-shirt. It just needs to feel like a thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Any other red flags you want to throw? What about footwear? What I'm trying to think. Like, what do we think of like Birkenstock Bostons
Fine.
or
Totally fine. Chefs wear them, and I fancy chefs.
right?
What about guys that show up in like
If
really
a
hype
man came
sneakers?
dressed as a chef, I'd fuck him on the spot.
Like, like a hat with like a rat under his hat?
yeah, my dream
With a
guy is
budgie under his hat?
Ratatouille.
What about
The
like
rat's
guys?
name is Remy, by the way.
Remy, pardon me. Sorry, I wouldn't
Ratatouille's
know
a
it's our
French.
first
It's a
date.
dish.
Yeah.
I just met this rat.
Yeah, not me dating another fucking rat. Are there any red flags? No, I don't think there's anything. There's nothing that.
Hype beast shit.
Yeah, but then if it's knowing, it's knowing.
So you really
Right?
don't want to judge someone just
Excuse
off
me.
the
Right? I mean, if someone was wearing like loads of
Taste.
Issey Miyake, I wouldn't like. I'd be like,
that's
this
not-
is a
that's-
bit much. But like, is it? It's not bad.
That's not what we're talking about. Though. I mean, like,
I think the hypebeast that you're talking about doesn't really exist anymore. At least not as an adult.
yeah, maybe not.
No,
I think that guy might actually be wearing.
That might be a
Issei.
15-year-old pretending to come at the beach.
Yeah. Also,
What was the
everyone-
fit you were wearing when you pretended to come in your pants?
Just a bit.
I think I was wearing like a black shirt with like a chain.
Ooh.
And really baggy Gap jeans.
Like dick in the
Beautiful.
box of core.
You wore jeans to the
Yeah.
beach? Oh, was it like
No,
not
it's a-
summer or
I
was
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 in
a beach
shitty club called Sailors.
Yeah.
Which is just like neon drinks
honestly
and sticky
perfect.
carpets.
Literally
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, going to Nuki when you finish your GCSEs is like a rite of passage. So it's just all GCSE school leavers every summer.
I don't know what
One
any of
after the
these
other.
things you're saying.
Okay, fine. When you're 16 and you finish high
High
school,
school.
it's a place on the coast, and everyone goes there after
Just
they
parties.
finish their GCSEs.
Got
So
it.
it's like
They're
full of
just-
16-year-olds,
And they're
trying
just
to be
older
18.
guys trying to fuck
Got
these
it.
16-year-olds.
Yeah, he wasn't older.
At least that's
Oh,
Sailors.
oh, he wasn't.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Thank God we finally got to that at an hour and almost 40 minutes because I thought it was a whole
No.
power dynamic.
No, it was just a bad vibe.
Just a
Oh,
bad
yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Two bad boys.
Two bad boys.
Just trying to figure life out.
Two bad boys just trying to do right.
Sandy
Sandy bad boys.
What's besides getting not jerked off on the beach? What's the worst date you've ever been on?
Oh. I don't think I've been on that many. It just seems so long ago. I've never been like dating. I've never
Really?
been like
Just, like,
Peter
kind of hopping
Stringfellow.
around?
Like,
Just fucking.
well, just also just like not. I feel like I've been on a few dates and they were all fine. Have I had any bad dates? Oh, oh God. Once when I was like 16, I went out with someone who was like 29.
Oh,
So
okay.
Which is,
well,
that's quite far, isn't it?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh, so we are
we
getting
went
like
to
the beach thing. Yeah,
for
okay.
dinner at his house with his friends, and they had a spliff, and I was like, I'm just gonna smoke it. I'm cool. I'm 16.
They were all older
I know
too?
what I'm doing. Yeah. Smoked it, had a whitey, and left.
Had
It
a
was
what?
So like a whitey, like I was like, I'm gonna be sick.
Oh.
You went
And I was like,
nonverbal.
they bought the food out. I went, I'm really sorry, I've got to go.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
really stoned. Stood up and walked out the house.
Damn.
That was an embarrassing. That
That's
was a
pretty
bad.
embarrassing.
That's a bad date.
That's
Because you're like
embarrassing.
trying to be cool
Yeah.
and then you're like, I can't even hang.
No, I was
hang.
in over my fucking head. I was
Yeah.
16.
Truly.
Didn't fuck the guy. I was illegal to have sex as a gay man at that time.
Oh.
Oh.
Under 18, we had different laws for
That-
straight and gay.
that's-
So it was the
It
16-year-old
used to be 16.
part. It
in
was.
the, for straight. It's 16 if you're straight.
Got
The
it.
age of
18
consent
if
was
you're
different
gay.
if you were gay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That
it was illegal
is-
for me to have sex with a man, but not a woman.
Did you have sex with women just to?
Yeah, just
see,
to-
just try it
because
out?
you could.
Oh, this is good practice
Yeah.
for when I turn 18.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was I mean, he was really
crazy.
lovely. He was a really nice guy.
I guess that's better than it just being straight up illegal.
Did you ever see him again, or was
I
he like
used to
you're
see him all
too?
the time.
All right.
I don't know what he's doing now. I
What
think that's for the best.
when you were?
Should I go and find him?
Oh.
Doesn't
No,
everyone
you're
want?
not 16. It doesn't care
Yeah,
about you anymore.
fine. I'll send him a book.
Yeah. Send him a book.
The book's
Signed,
like I
like-
thought he was really cool because he had art books.
Are you gonna send? Are you gonna send
Had
a book
loads
to
of
every
art books.
man in the that
No.
you wrote about?
No,
They gotta buy him.
what that is
Yeah,
a
true, yeah.
great way to get sued. To like showcase what you've written.
Oh,
about
shove it
someone.
in
Oh.
your face.
Just
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
that quiet.
Okay.
It's good to know.
Raven, let me
Yeah.
ask you this: what were your go-to slutty fuck me fits when you were like going out on the town? You're like, I want some dick
That's
tonight.
such a good fit. Good question. I feel like Queer as Folk had come out about the time I came out.
Yeah.
So I would dressed a bit like it was sort of like I can't describe the look. It was sort of like tight vest, but in like a kind of shiny fabric, and
So like
then really-
metrosexual.
Yeah, right. That's it. But like not nice arms. Not very nice arms.
Twiggish.
And then
And-
like
but, I mean,
parachute
it worked.
pants,
Parachute pants.
tie fisherman pants, parachute like big trousers, huge, and then skate shoes.
All right.
Rave kind of.
The thing is, I
Core.
never really conform.
Prep
like,
rave?
I say this in the
Yeah.
book. Like, I'm not a type of gay. Like, there are kind of like types of gay man, and I've never. I'm like the way that Hockney isn't a type of painter. Like, I'm a Hockney of gays.
You're right.
Like, I'm not.
Hockney
I
of
could,
gays.
like I could.
Is
like,
Hockney a type of gay man?
Hockney's the best type of gay man.
The GOAT.
Yeah, he really is
The gayest of
GOAT.
all time.
He's the type of gay man that's like, I'm a bit older and I've got no time for your shit, which is a very traditional type of gay man.
He's fire. He's still is getting fit off.
He's the
like
best.
he looks awesome.
I
And
have
he's
a terrible
very
feeling
old.
I'm not going to meet him before he kicks
Is
the
that,
bucket.
like,
I've
would
tried
that
quite
be-
a few times.
Oh, is that your number one?
There's a lot of like he only does newspaper press, so you have to be so you
Like The
can't interview
Guardian
him
or
unless it's
whatever?
for a newspaper. So
bizarre.
he doesn't do online. He doesn't do
Really?
magazines. He does newspaper
A
press.
lot of
Traditional.
people could take a page out of his newspaper. We'll say.
Yeah, I love him. I mean, he just seems.
There's a lot of power in saying no. James says that to me all the time because I am a fucking slut.
Yeah.
For press and for other things.
There's power in restraint. That's
Yeah.
what I
Okay.
say. There's value in restraint. Which does not apply to my next question. Raven, how much money do you make?
Oh, enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Enough to
enough-
pretend to be rich.
Not
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah,
Or enough?
More. We want more.
This is the. I worried about money my entire life, and this is the first time I don't. And it's fucking.
That's nice.
That's
crazy
awesome,
easy
bro.
to feel
Congrats.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the best feeling.
It's
in
like
the
how
world.
you, it's like when you
I'm
turn
still a
your
freelancer. I don't know where the next job is coming, but
it's like when you turn your out of office on.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh no, I'm fucked,
Yeah.
Oh no.
which is quite nice.
Obviously, like you're doing big shit. Like is this your second or third book?
Second.
Second book, right?
Yeah.
What has maybe stopped you from doing your own podcast or a Substack or these kind of like subscriber based model? Like we do this and we do very well.
The amount of work I think it will be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think
Because you would crush, dude.
yeah.
Imagine you have your own podcast, dude.
Oh, it'd be great, but I pitched a couple and I've talked about doing it, but I just
You're a natural.
it's a commitment, right?
Well, we do
It's
two
a
a week.
life.
Two a
It's
week.
for your life.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Can't
I
stop.
can't really
Won't
just-
stop.
And when I
Until
spoke to the
David
podcast
Hockney
producer,
listens.
he was like, "You've got a year of just like doing it for nothing.
Mm.
I'm waiting."
I don't know.
Maybe a
I'm-
few- maybe a
I
few
don't know
more.
if- I mean, I
You
guess
got the built-in audience, though, the built-in
yeah,
following.
You're like, you're popular enough that like I don't know if that I would say that's true.
I can tell you what the dream is. I want a late night show. So I
Ooh.
want to
Oh,
do yeah. So we've been talking about whether
On the Babe.
the problem is I don't have enough TV experience, live TV experience. The stuff I've done has been
Wait, did you show
fucking
him the music
great. I don't know if you've seen London Bridge.
Does the name
Give me the
Fergie
money.
mean anything
Yes,
to you?
sign here. Come to GOI tonight, and I'll request a video.
They're playing my sizzle
and I
reel.
have had this because the idea for me, like doing a monologue about the week and then interviewing a guest, is like that's exactly where I want to be.
Yeah.
So maybe
Why don't you start a YouTube show?
yeah, or it could just be a podcast with the same format. I
Truly.
just have to.
You got to be on camera,
it's
though.
commitment,
Yeah, you videotape it.
You have the
Right.
look. Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
He's got
What
the
do
look.
you, besides self-funding this late night show dream of yours and
Yeah.
nice clothing, what else do you like to spend your hard-earned money on? Oh, and on besides eating out too.
Yeah, I was gonna say eating out. Fuck, I don't know.
Travel.
Oh, I love to travel.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like going. The problem with travel now, I love it so much. The problem is it's impossible to Google anything you want to do because Google has ruined travel.
Oh,
Mm.
everything
you
has
have
been
to
spoiled.
be speaking quietly offline to people.
Yeah.
That's the only way to find something that's like feels really special.
You know what?
Crazy.
You know what you could try, and I'm not saying that this is a solution or a perfect answer at all.
Yeah.
You could try Chat GPT.
Will
Where
it
you just put
does
in-
it actually work?
You put in some like rough parameters.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm looking for like off the beaten path,
Yeah, okay.
like in oceanside Italy.
yeah.
It might give you some suggestions, just serve as a starting point.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's not
yeah.
going to be the answer, but like it might tell you because with Google and everything and social media, like you're paralyzed by over information, right?
Yeah.
There's just too much going on. But this at least can give you like a portal into like maybe
Yeah, okay.
pulling on that thread.
Okay.
Is that how you found the Masserias before the Kardashians?
No, so I was in Puglia 3 weeks ago or whatever, and now it's like where the fucking Kardashians are, and it's obviously going to just be a fucking wrap for that region.
Yes, Sicily is off the cards this year.
Well, that's where you were.
No,
Are you
I was
going-
In, I, went-
Sorry,
no,
pardon me.
no, I was in Ischia. He was in Puglia. Ischia was great.
Yeah. Sicily,
went-
Sicily is like it's White Lotus year, and then next year
Yeah.
it'll be
Next
back to
year's
normal.
Next year will be Puglia.
How
It'll be back
good-
to normal next year.
These are all the videos of the Americans complaining about Europe, like 'cause
Yeah.
it's like they clearly didn't know what they were getting themselves into, has been delicioso.
Yeah, when they're just like,
Incredible.
no one will serve me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like
Everything's closed at lunchtime. You're like, yeah,
yeah.
go in August.
I'm so dehydrated.
Lol. I mean, for
Where's
me,
the AC?
yeah, but the AC has
Mainland.
really fucked up my life having it here because I have no idea what it's like outside till I go out there.
Oh,
It's never
well, yeah.
doesn't happen.
Never
That
prepared.
doesn't happen in London.
Right.
In London, you're like, oh, the weather's this.
Yeah.
Now I'm going
Which
out.
is shit, man.
Yeah, it's raining.
But
it's
what would you
spitting.
rather have though? Would you rather be like you're cruising out to be shit and piss, or fucking maybe it's gonna be a little scorchy?
The problem is, I really like going back to the apartment now.
Yeah.
So I'd stay out less because I'm like, it's so cool in the apartment.
And when you're in a new
In London, you have to go to like the refrigerator aisle in Tesco to cool off. Like that's the only cool place when there's a heat wave. That heat wave last year was insane.
Oh, yeah,
when
people
I
died,
stepped
right?
out the door, I nearly fell down.
British people were
People
It was
dying.
like opening the oven.
Yeah.
It was fucking crackers. I've just never known anything so hot. I couldn't believe it.
Were you still wearing a suit though?
I was wearing a
off.
suit,
yeah, sounds like a personal problem, buddy.
Lol.
How much money have you spent on black shoes in your lifetime?
Fucking go. And where are all of the pairs? Bro?
Wait, but let me just think about how many of them I've actually bought myself.
Well, how many pairs are there? How many
interesting.
pairs are there in your possession?
Black
start there.
shoes. Derbies? Or we're counting
12?
Oh, that's it.
That
You
seems
said
like a lot.
1,000 on email.
Oh,
you fucking
1,000.
bitch, liar.
Yeah. Get your facts straight. Get a fact checker in here.
When I
But
said
I
it was
don't
stream of
have any other
consciousness, I guess
shoes.
apparently you were just fucking going.
I have
Does
the-
Vogue
I have-
employ a fact checker? No.
No. Yes. They
Yes.
do a little check.
Not for you.
Not when it's
Not for me,
op-ed.
not for my emails.
Not when it's fucking Amber Heard bullshit.
They do. Well, they're always like, when they do an edit, they're like, they will ask. When I did the cover of Maya Jama for British Vogue, they asked me loads of fact questions.
Sure.
Right.
They
Of
were like,
course.
how is this true? And I was like, what? I don't know.
She said it.
You should check.
Yeah.
You should ask.
I put a question
Maya.
mark in the draft before, so
She'd be like,
You
go
tell
back
me.
and watch 16 seasons of Love Island.
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
back to me.
They wait, fact checkers. How many black shoes? Lots. Because they just are
Loads.
easy. But whenever I take a picture of them, people are like, "Wow, boring," and I'm like, "They're all different." Like the
You
two,
like what you like.
It's like the two belts in
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada. I'm like, they're completely different fucking shoes.
Yeah.
But I also feel that I'm maximal in some ways, but I just don't fuck about with silly shoes.
When it comes to like British Benchmade derbies, there's obviously Trickers, Church. Like, would you have a particular brand of choice that you give the
some-
Raven Smith stamp of
Got
approval
some
on?
really great Grenson Mary Janes
Ooh, yeah.
last week.
Okay.
They're
Oh,
fucking-
damn.
Renson
they're-
Mary Janes. I
yeah.
need to tap in.
Is
They're
Grenson
really
getting
good.
Grenson's getting femme?
They're
Grenson went gay?
They're
I know
definitely,
they
like,
worked with Nick
moving in
Wooster
the
before,
no,
but
I know. I
They
feel like
always had like the
loafers-
very like overly masculine, like broad,
Stacked.
fucking like huge, chunky.
They're
heel,
not
right?
that stacked, but they're like pointy.
how?
Pointy Mary
Well,
Janes.
what's the damage? Or did you get them for free?
I got them for free, but they're probably like 300 quid.
How much?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
How much stuff do you think monetary value do you get for free every year?
I couldn't tell you that because the tax man will charge me.
Oh.
That's income.
Is that why you won't take the Vogue job full time? Because you want the fucking you don't
No,
want their. I
I
guess
think-
they're cool with flow, right?
I don't know, but I think
Yeah, bro, it's Condé Nast.
Yeah.
what happens is you get sent. Most people are like, "Oh wow, you get all that free stuff," and it's like people don't send you the stuff you want.
How?
We've
What
talked about this
percentage?
so
What
much.
percentage of the
just
stuff you get for
sent
free?
stuff and you're like,
The worst shit.
"Cool."
What percentage of the stuff that you get for free do you like give away or put
Quite
in
a
the
lot.
fucking
My
donation
Vestiaire
bin?
would alarm you.
Yeah.
I've got quite a banging
We're on the
little
same
Vestiaire
page.
account, but I also, if you're a brand that wants to send me something, absolutely love it. They don't care if you keep it. They literally don't want you to keep it.
Do you feel
They want
pressure
you
to
post
feel like
it.
you have to
And
post?
My whole shopping ethos is like, I want to live. I want to wear this again and again and again.
Same.
And it feels like such a fucking waste to send me something. Like Grenson, she was like, I saw you like the post of these shoes. Can I send you a pair? I was like, fucking yes.
See,
I love
that's someone
them.
who's good
I
at their
love them.
job. You just use the information,
Yeah.
intake the intel, and then give me what I want.
And,
not
everyone was
some
like,
bullshit.
nice shoes. And I was like, no shit. They're fucking great. So that's, So,
Yeah, no fucking shit. I
Yeah.
like the damn post.
Well, the worst is when you get sent shit. You're like, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh,
like no
I
obligation or
actually
like.
had about a couple of years when I was really bitching people out for sending me stuff, and I was like, it's not acceptable for you to send me stuff unsolicited.
Fire.
Also,
Like it's an invasion of privacy, or
because it's just like
It's
it's so
gauche.
wasteful to
Yeah,
send
and
something
wasteful,
to someone
yeah.
that they have shown no interest.
And now it's
in
yours. It's like,
having.
yeah. What am
it's like when you're passing someone on the street, they hand you a fucking
Yeah.
flyer. You're like, so now I got to throw this out. Like, what
That
the
is
fuck?
part of it. Also, I'm in like a long-term war with my neighbor,
Ooh.
where she is so passive-aggressive about taking packages for me. So it used to go to my office or my husband's office, and then the pandemic hit, so people were sending stuff, and then unsolicited packages of shit I don't want, and my neighbor being like, she once opened the door and said, "Hi, it's me, the postman," and I was like,
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that is.
She's
that's
left-
low key a bar.
I've
She got your
WhatsApped
ass.
her maybe 20 times, and she's read them all, and she's never once replied.
She does
And
not
every
like
message
you.
is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Thanks for taking that package in. Hi, have you got a package there? Hi, Lila."
She's
So
not
The other
you
day,
take
she was
up-
like, "I've got a package here for you," and I went over and I took it, and it was for someone else. She's not even reading the label.
Damn.
She's like,
She just
she just assumes.
She's like, I'm.
yeah, I've got a reputation.
She
might be-
fucking guy treats me like his damn secretary.
I've got a
She might be
reputation.
lover
and I
number
can't get out of
401
it.
because you just gave her that package, baby.
I hate to be that guy, but all this whole conversation reminds me of the Kanye West water bottle tweet.
What?
No,
What
I
does
hate
he
what-
say?
He said, "This is from October 2011, before he was."
For the record, Raven Smith just like Kanye West.
I hate when I'm on a flight and I wake up with the water bottle next to me, like, oh great, now I got to be responsible for this water bottle.
True.
Don't send the flow if the person receiving the flow has not asked for it specifically.
It's just so stupid.
Use your fucking brain, Brand.
Also,
Good
I
job.
send really. When people are like, "Oh, we want to send you a preview of a book," I'm like, "You can't send anything that doesn't fit through a letterbox. Do not deliver to the next door neighbor."
Well, this is all great advice for the PR girlies listening in.
Also, thank you.
We would love to, before we get you out of here
Yeah.
and into the afters and onto Bellman's, or I guess Bellman's not tonight, that's Tuesday night. We'd love to offer up some constructive criticism,
Oh,
Raven,
okay.
because you're clearly doing so well.
Yeah.
Second book about to drop, feeling financially free for the first time in your life. We'd like to see you do even better.
Okay.
So if it's
inside
cool,
my city.
we're going to offer up some constructive criticism. Take it or leave it. How's yours?
Oh
Take
my
it.
God.
Yeah. You are a ride or die for St. John, right? We've only had one experience where Lawrence got fucking blackout drunk at lunch.
Yeah.
I was actually dealing with some food poisoning, so I wasn't able to fully enjoy it or anything. And we had to leave early because we had to come back and podcast, so we couldn't stick through the whole 10-course tasting menu
Very drunk podcast.
Yeah.
for one of us. So when you get back to London,
5 martinis. Yeah.
slide. Plus the beers. When you get back to London, can you overnight us some St. John grub and maybe we
Yes.
can like live review it on the pod?
Yeah, absolutely.
There it is. Ice packet.
Oh, yeah.
What's the go-to? I know you said, oh, you want to go like
Pete,
breakfast.
The thing
What's the go-to?
is, a friend of mine went and she was just like, that was the worst meal I've ever been for.
Was it
Because
overhyped?
She was like, it's
you
fucking
cut her off?
snout and entrails. And I was like, that's
Oh, is
the-
it like a
just-
super meaty?
Just have ham on toast. I was like, have the Welsh rarebit. The Welsh rarebit is the one.
Oh, nice.
Was that
It's fucking
part of the
delicious.
tasting
I don't
menu?
know.
Maybe, but they so
I
they
did
have
it,
like a
Rare
cafe
bit.
So
Yeah.
they have like
And we
the
ain't
main
talking
dining.
Gucci.
No, but my friend got married there, and so the puddings are fucking exemplary.
Mm.
I really like
Well, you can't have your pudding.
fish
You
and
don't need
sauce. They
course
always
bit.
do a good fish and
Rare bit.
sauce.
How's
But
their blood sausage?
probably quite good. I don't eat meat.
What?
Wait,
are you joking? Wait, so
You eat fish? You eat fish?
I eat fish.
Okay.
Oh, so St. John, you're not even enjoying.
No, I mean,
The real
I don't.
shit.
I would always choose. I'm a pescatarian for a series of very arbitrary reasons. So if there's only meat to eat, I will have some of the meat. But I would normally order the fish. They do a great. I just can't remember. The puddings are what I remember the most because I had
That's the one.
a martini and a Guinness, and we
Ooh.
ordered like 6. The madeleines are fucking delicious. They have a bakery near us, and I've been known to Deliveroo.
Do you fuck with
from them.
Chiltern Firehouse? Is that what it's called?
Chilton's great.
Do you know? Okay.
but it is.
I feel like it was the hot shit, and now it's kind of maybe falling off a
It's
little.
actually really. If someone's hosting a party there, it's really fun. If
fucking
it's just
expensive,
like a
right?
Tuesday night, yeah, but party is fine.
Right.
On a Tuesday night, it's like I went with my friend and I was like, "Oh my god, there's Andrew Garfield," and she was like, "Oh my god, I went to school with him," and so we went over to him.
how is that? He's everyone loves him.
Okay,
Right?
I have never been so sparkly and so funny near someone and them not give anything to me.
Really?
Wow.
And I was like,
It's
on
all an act?
fire.
So did him and the chicken shop girl?
No, he was
all
just
bullshit?
like, I was like,
You were
and he was
slutting it
like,
up.
yeah.
Did he
Like,
realize?
he was like politely.
did he realize that you were maybe like trying to
I was
fucking?
being so
show thong to
shiny.
Spider-Man?
So thirsty. You were being thirsty, bro.
I was like, my budgie was not very well smuggled.
Were you like trying to show him the CK?
You're helicoptering that
Like,
shit?
let me just reach up for that
Yeah.
thing. Look, oh my cum gutters.
Oh my
out.
cum gutters!
He was polite.
Wait,
but he
is
was
that-
not falling for it.
Right.
Is cum gutters? Okay, this is.
Yeah.
So Lawrence was like, "Oh, he doesn't follow us on Instagram," which is he checks it every single time.
Sure,
But I was like, "No."
fixed it. I can fix that
But
now.
No, it's fine. We'll do it later.
I was like, there is a moment, and I forget what it was, when I like Raven discovered throwing fits, and he was like tweeting about it or posting about it.
Yeah.
And I think that it was when you heard us use the term cum gutters.
It must have been.
That's what it
you
was.
never heard that hasn't made it over the pond? Cum
Yeah.
gutters?
I say it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it a
but
recent? Is it a
no,
recent addition to your
it's in the
lexicon?
book.
Okay.
So it would have been in the last however many years whenever I wrote it. And then, but my editor was like, what the fuck?
I think
She
that
was
was
also
it.
like, what's a whole pick? And I was like, okay.
That's pretty
You're
self-explanatory,
living a
sweetheart.
shelf. Someone's living a shelf.
Did you show her?
Yeah. I was like, here's 50.
By the way.
Open this folder. Open this envelope.
She was just like,
my
what
pho-
is it? And I was like, I don't know what to do.
You can only open this album by showing it to my asshole.
Yeah.
Well, whole ID.
Whole recognition. Fucking hell.
Speaking of Black Mirror, right? Okay, well, speaking actually of hole picks and cum
Yeah.
gutters, Raven Smith's Men
Yep.
is not out just yet. Well,
It is
at
when you
the
listen
time
to
of
this.
us recording.
Yes.
But when you're listening, obviously go get that. But you can plug in a second. It's not too late. This is my constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
It is not too late to shoehorn me and James into this book.
Oh,
now that you've
that's
spent
such a good point.
2 hours with us.
Yeah.
And let's say you were, which we know you're not.
Yeah.
What's just maybe like the top line,
Yeah.
Raven Smith throwing fits experience? What's that been like for you? Let's center your gay voice for once, finally, on this 2
I can tell you what the meme is.
What's
Oh.
the
Are you gonna meme
You
when you come on?
know-
Are you gonna meme us?
Oh,
please,
probably.
Yeah.
Please, 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 please.
Okay.
What's
There would
the
be
meme gonna
no
be?
greater honor.
Then I shouldn't
That
tell
would be-
you.
No,
It's like
yeah, don't tell us that because that's gonna be a coronation.
I just had 2 straight men yell at me for 2 hours.
and
Another
I
day in
wasn't
the
wearing
life.
a pink bomber on the tube.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? Because has this been a 2-hour hate crime?
No.
Okay.
God,
It's
no.
been a
it's
2-hour
lovely.
love crime.
Has it been 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time
this
flies,
has
baby.
really kept me
Literally
buoyant.
1 hour, 59 minutes, and
Fuck.
35 seconds. Raven Smith, what would you like to plug? Where can the kids follow you?
Oh, we're not gonna hear the Jimmy and Larry chapter, or like the first line at
sorry.
least.
Yeah, well,
Paint a scene. What's the picture?
I don't know. That's really difficult.
James opened the door to his beautifully decorated apartment, and his giant cock was bulging out of his very stylish shorts.
you made me take my
Not
shoes
every
off.
day you get 3 budgies in a room.
Oh.
The cum gutters were looking deeper than the Mariana
Fucking
Trench.
hell.
They were
The
full.
cum gutters is so grit. It's so disgusting.
Well, it's such a good visual.
It's just like I know
Yeah.
exactly.
metaphor.
I know exactly. You can't create them. It's a ligature. You can't work on a cum gutter.
I
What
thought
do you
it's
mean?
obliques.
You have to
It's your sex muscles,
just
no?
starve it in.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Larry
Abs
will-
are made in the fucking kitchen, brother. That's why you eat 1 meal a day and I
Yeah.
have an eating disorder.
Lol. What do I want to plug?
Yeah, Raven.
Follow me
Yeah.
on Instagram. My book is out.
What's your
Raven
what's your
Smith
IG handle?
Raven__Smith.
Oh,
underscores.
disgusting.
All right.
Who has Raven Smith just straight up?
I don't know, but it's
2 underscores, bro?
whenever I started my Twitter, someone had Raven_Smith.
Book is out now. In
Book
stores
is out now. In
Buy that shit.
stores.
Buy it before you go to Italy.
Buy it on the way to Puglia.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say. It is a good read. I think I do tackle masculinity in like a serious way, but most of the time I'm
Do you think it's like
having
the
a laugh.
beach read of the summer? It's going to dethrone The Guest.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Which honestly,
Yeah, fuck that
fucking
bitch.
Mid
Yeah.
Raven.
Oh!
It
You
was.
heard it here first.
It was, and I read it in large print because I was the only paperback available.
What?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
thought it was mid.
I thought it was pretty mid. Do you
Not
like it?
mint.
Mid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ass. Bad.
Mid.
But
yeah,
Raven
middle.
Smith's men, mint.
Mint.
Yes.
It is in mint
Refreshing.
condition. I hope
Delicious.
so, and funny.
Palate cleanser.
I
Hilarious.
come in my pants in the first chapter.
Oh, fuck yes. Here we
We
go.
get that out of
Raven,
the way.
Yeah.
thank you for coming on to the
You're the best,
Podcast
bro.
Matters.
Thank you so much, man.
Chef,
Thanks.
take us out.